Hello, Chumbas, and thank you for tuning in to Displaced and Disorderly, a Cyberpunk Red story here on Carrying Comfort Studios. I'm Dave, and I am the Game Master for Displaced and Disorderly. Cyberpunk Red takes place in a tough and grim world where style is more important than substance, attitude is everything, and the brave, or some would say foolish, live on the edge in a world shattered by the Fourth Corporate War. And speaking of living on the edge, I'd like my players to take a few moments to introduce themselves and their edge runners.
I'll go first since I'm first in the overlay. Hi, my name is Wes. I am the founder and creative director of Carrying Comfort Studios. And for this evening, I will be playing Gauze, the medtech. Both of our pronouns are he, they.
I can go next. Hi, my name is Zoe. My pronouns are they and she, and I'll be playing Bait the Media, whose pronouns are she, her.
Hello, I am Juan He, and I will be playing Rose, the rocker boy, whose pronouns are she, her, and my pronouns are also she, her.
I'm Derek. I will be playing Mock, the tech. Both of our pronouns are he, him.
Excellent. All right, and before we dive into tonight's game, I'd like to.
Do I get to go?
Oh, sorry, Rosie. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm Rosie, she, her, and my character, Small Fly, is also she, her. She is also a tech, but she specializes in something a little different.
Alrighty. So, and I apologize for interrupting, but before we dive into tonight's game, I'd like to state that this is a game that will feature violence, body horror, psychological, and possibly physical torture, psychological manipulation, strong language, and sexual situations. So now, if my players are ready, it's time to head out into the world of Cyberpunk Red, Displaced and Disorderly. All right. Welcome back, everyone. And as we tune in, we find our edge runners deep in a firefight on the streets of Philadelphia, ambushed on their way to a meetup.
What?
With their fixer. Yeah. So earlier this evening, you all had received a call from Afu, your fixer, to meet him at his club, Club 80 in West Philly, to discuss a job offer he had for you. Unfortunately for you, on your way, you were ambushed by several black-clad individuals bearing firearms. So, with that in mind, we are going to proceed right into combat. So, what is everybody doing? To describe this scene, it is a very the street is littered with trash, dumpsters. It is dark at night. You can make out these individuals that have popped off a few shots at you.
Were we walking or driving there? Were we just...
Who has a vehicle? I believe...
Oh, I sure as hell don't.
I
I
don't
don't
have a
either.
car.
So
Yeah,
I think we're walking.
yeah.
Sounds like it.
Okay, so
Sounds like
yeah.
you're walking.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Gauze is behind like a mailbox with the news feed and everything. Well, not news mailbox, but like one of those centers that's like a data hub center. That's just like stacks of trash all around it. Things where you can get news and like buy scratch tickets, and you can like put some eddies in, and you can get like a kebab or something like that from it.
Okay.
If you have enough money. And he's just has a shotgun out, and it's just shaking, trembling, just absolutely trembling, not ready for what's going down.
All right. Smallfly, what are you doing?
Well, I am deploying some of my swarm. She picks one of. She has, first off, way more piercings in her face than I am demonstrating because I don't actually want to put holes in my face. But she starts plucking some of them off, and those sort of lift off her hand, and those are drones. She just sort of carries her world with her. And she deploys them and starts looking for, like maybe a camera or something to give them a little bit more visual on their attackers. Because it sounds like we're a little pinned down at the moment if we're like able to hide between trash cans and stuff.
Right. The Rose.
Has ducked. Is there like an alleyway that she can like duck in and still be able to like peek around like a wall or something? Or are we just yeah, okay. So she would duck in that alleyway and like pull out her handgun from her like thigh holster that she has, and then like peek around to see if she is able to see who is attacking us.
Right. Bait. What are you up to?
Yeah, so Bait has two cyber eyes in her eyes. She has one eye that's like very pale blue and one eye that's very like a neon orange. And she is doing what she's always doing, which is recording what's happening to a small internal her internal agent. Recording everything that's happening, everything she can see, everything she can hear, as she is also ducked behind some kind of cover, probably as far away from the actual combat as she can, because she's not very she's not much for actual combat. She can shoot a gun, which she does have out as she's recording, but her main focus is capturing everything that's happening and trying to get a couple shots off.
All right. Mock
has jumped behind a wall and pulled his SMG out and is waiting to see what's going on.
Okay. All right, so everybody, you're going to roll initiative, which is a D10 plus your reflex.
Ooh.
I got a 14.
Okay.
16?
15.
12.
10.
All right, you are all acting before your ambushers.
Sick.
So starting at the top, I believe Smallfly on a 16.
Okay. So, how do you want me to do this, Dave?
What are you get? So you'll have two actions: a move action and a one other action. So you deploying your drones. Will take your move action.
Uh-huh.
And then what do you want to do with your other action? Are you using the drones to attack?
No, at this point I do. Can we see all of our attackers?
Yeah, you can see them. They are positioned behind a couple of burnout car wrecks. There are 5 of them.
Okay. Let's see. If any of them have like some kind of obvious cyberware or something like that, I'd land one of my drones on it so that I can proceed to fuck with it later.
Okay. It doesn't appear from where you are and what you can see. They are dressed in like dark, almost like fatigues, for lack of a better term, almost more like a janitor's uniform, like a one-piece coverall. You know, but no obvious cyberware that you can see.
Okay. One of one of my cyber implants is where'd it go? Bug detection. If they're close enough, do I pick up anything like that on them?
That they have a bug on them?
I don't know, Dave.
No.
Something that is
No, but I mean that's like if they have any sort of like electronic tracking device on
yeah.
them. No, they do not.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So that would have taken your action. So then we'll move next in line with a 15.
Oh yeah, all right. I'll just I peek around the corner and just fire a shot off.
All right. So what weapon were you using? Your SMG?
SMG. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So they're about 7 yards away. So your DV is sorry. There's a lot of tables in this game, folks. DV is a 13. So you're gonna roll your D10 plus your reflex plus your relevant weapon stat, and try to beat a 13.
All right. So let's see what we got going on. I roll 2d6 for the weapon check. So that's a 6. And then you said D10 plus reflex.
Right. So to hit, you're going to roll a D10 plus your reflex and your weapon skill.
Okay. So that's a 9.
So for your SMG, I believe it falls under shoulder arms.
Or
does it fall under handgun?
It's
handgun.
Handgun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna roll your handgun.
Okay. Cool, man. There's a lot of stuff on.
With a D10, and you're hoping to get to higher than a 13.
Okay. Where's this joint? All right. You said higher than a 13?
Yeah. Well, you'll need a 13 or better to hit.
Okay. And I did not make it.
All right. So you pop around the corner and fire off the shot, and it just kind of ricochets off the car. The guy kind of ducks down for a second.
Okay.
But you did not hit him. So next in line. I think that is the Rose. Yeah, I was gonna say, Rose, what did you roll?
14.
Yep,
okay, so that would be you.
Is there a place where I can move closer but still be like hidden? Is there like a car or something that's like close?
Yeah, you can move forward, still under cover.
Okay, I'm going to move closer and then fire a shot from my handgun.
All right, so go ahead and give me a roll.
And it's my reflex and...
Your reflex plus your handgun skill plus a D10 roll.
Okay, so...
And since you moved up, your DV is also a 13 since you closed some distance.
Well, because my skill on my handgun is so I got a 20.
Okay. So as you're moving up, you kind of put your back to one of the cars and fire off. And as the guy's just rising up, you catch his shoulder. So go ahead and roll damage for me.
Only 4 damage though, but
Only 4. Okay. So it hits, but it appears he might be wearing armor because it just kind of like he jerks, but he doesn't. You don't see any blood spray or any penetration. Okay, moving us to Gauze.
Gauze is like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Is anybody hit? Is anybody hit? Oh fuck. Okay. All right. You got this, Gauzeman. You got this, Gauzeman. And he's just gonna go ah, and he's gonna like turn around and he's just gonna pop off a shotgun blast at the first guy that he can see. He's gonna go around the data center.
Are you moving closer, or are you staying where you are?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting into it.
So you kind of move up near Rose and take cover behind one of those, the same car.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and roll to hit.
All right, and that's 13 as well?
Yeah, since you moved up, it's a 13.
All right, my base for shoulder arms is 13. My base is 13. So
yeah,
that is that's a 19 there.
All right.
Jen.
So yeah, as you're moving up, you just pop one off as you kind of like slide behind the car.
Perfect.
And roll for damage.
So that's 5d6 of damage. 10, 12. That is 22 points of damage.
Oh,
Shotgun
all
blast.
Right. Yeah, you just take him off the feet. You just fire right off, and he just goes. You don't see him. He just goes under, like behind the car, and you just hear groaning of pain.
He's gonna tuck back behind the car, and you're gonna see him because it's a pump, and he's just gonna pump it, and you see a shell flying. He's gonna take his glasses off and wipe, and goes, "I think I got a guy. I think I got him. I think he's fucked up real bad too." And that's my turn.
All right. So they now will return fire. You see they pop up, and just pop up a few rounds from handguns. Doesn't seem like these guys are armed really well, but they will pop off. So, TVs are 13. So yeah, it looks like two of them are shooting at like Rose and Gauze, and the other two that are still up are firing back at Smallfly and Mac. So Gauze and Rose, you hear shots pinging off the car, like around you, but nothing's hit you. Smallfly and Mac, same thing. Like Mac, is you're coming around the corner again, and you chips of brick fly off near your head, and then Smallfly, one just kind of whizzes by. Like you can hear a bullet just whiz by your head, but you guys are not hit. All right.
Sick.
And I'm sorry, I jumped the gun on Bait.
Oh, okay.
So Bait, what are you doing?
Yeah. How many guys did you say there were again?
There was a total of 5. But you saw that when Gauze moved up, he caught one square in the chest and just took him down. And
Right.
you can hear the groaning really loudly over the firefight.
Mm-hmm.
So there are currently 4 remaining.
Bait's kind of a good shot, but because this is an ambush and everyone's freaking out, Gauze is freaking out, this is very unexpected and has caught us off our guard. She's gonna peek over with her gun drawn, but she's trying to use her eyes to see if there's anything about to surprise us. Is it really just 5 guys, now 4, that are shooting at us, and once we're done with them, we're good, we're safe, or is there something we haven't seen yet?
Okay. Let's see. All right, give me, and I'm blanking on the skill. Oh my god. It's a firefight. Give me Streetwise.
Dang. Okay.
Actually, you could just roll Perception as well.
Okay.
Either one.
I like that one because I get +2 to that for my cyber eye.
There you go.
Sorry. I gotta track him down here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's a +13. That's 20.
Okay. So you're scanning the area with your eye, you're scanning rooftops, and you don't see any other attackers. You do see some other people, cowering, clearly not expecting to be involved in a firefight this evening. But yeah, you don't see any other attackers hiding from you.
Okay. She shouts out, Keep your head, guys. That means you, Gauls. There's just 5 of them. Well, there's 4 of them now. We got this. We got this.
4.
She's
4. Okay, 4. All right, got it.
Step
Great.
behind.
Good. 4.
All right, which takes us back to the top and Small Fly.
Okay. She's sort of clutching her agent. She's like, okay, fine. And she takes out her handgun and starts to move forward, hoping to get a shot at somebody.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you see a guy, like, he popped up and he's dropping down behind the car, so you can clearly take a shot if you'd like.
Sounds good. Okay, so I roll a d10 and add my base?
Right, so D10 and add your base
Okay,
for handgun.
cool. So that's a 17?
All right, go ahead and roll damage as you're moving up. You fire off.
9.
9. All right. Yeah, you can see the bullet hit him, like, center mass, and he stumbles, kind of catches himself on the hood of the car, but, is still in the fight. All right, Mock.
I move forward toward like closer cover, and then,
Okay.
and like while I'm moving forward, I pop a shot off.
All right. So basically, at this point, to describe the scene is the 4 of you, Gauze, Rose, Small Fly, and Mock, are kind of all behind the same car as you
Okay.
moved up to close distance.
All right, and then I fire a shot off. So let's see. You said so. I got an 8.
A total of 8?
Oh, to see if I hit. I mean, right? Yeah, total of 8.
What's your
Man.
what's your
My
what's your handgun plus your reflex?
Oh, handgun plus reflex.
There you go.
Oh, I got a 14 then.
There you go.
There you go. So that'll hit.
Okay. All right, so let's do this, Danny.
Were you shooting? Yeah, we'll say you've been around in combat. You would say you took a shot at the same one that Small Fly just hit
Yep.
as they're pushing themselves up off the hood.
Yeah. And
So
I
now
got
go ahead and roll damage.
7.
7? Okay.
Yeah.
So you spin the guy, and he kind of crumbles down behind the car. You can still see he's like trying to get back up, and he's still in the fight. But you did penetrate.
All right.
Alrighty. And that takes us to Rose.
She is going to she's going to fire again with her handgun.
All right. At this point, bullets are whizzing everywhere. Rose comes up and fires off again.
17.
Oh, that will hit. That poor guy was just getting up again after being shot twice. Roll damage.
5.
5. All right. Yeah, this one catches him, and you just see blood spurt and just collapses on the hood, gun skittering out of their hand. They are down. All right, Gauze.
Gauze looks over at like Mock and the others and is like, "Are we gonna have to push him out of cover? Are we gonna have to push him out of cover?
What?
Are we gonna have to push them out of cover? They're stuck behind cover. We're stuck behind cover. We're gonna be here all afternoon.
Oh, cover.
Cover.
Yeah, we gotta push him out of cover.
Oh, that's what
We're gonna
you're
have to
saying.
force them out from behind the car.
Probably
Yeah.
a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know what? Fine. Fuck it. All right, I'm gonna take the scalpel here. Points to the like gestures with the shotgun, and I'm gonna fucking incise them. All right, I'm gonna make an incision right down the middle of them. Is there a way that I can flank around there, DK?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can move. You can move around. I mean, it's still it's still a city street. You can
Yeah.
move around.
I'm gonna move around from where the guy crumpled on the hood, dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move on that side of the hood so I can kind of get like an angled shot around the car. And first one I see behind the car, I'm just gonna pop off.
All right. Give me a perception roll as you come around the car.
Oh yeah, I can totally do that. Yeah, that's easy.
Bait just shouts, "You got this, Gauze," and throws up a thumbs up from behind her car.
Starting to realize, why is the fucking medic going around? That is a 14.
The medics are hardcore. All right. So you come around, you see another guy that was, getting ready to pop up to take a shot.
Oh,
Everybody else is hiding.
Immediately. Just gonna be like, say cheese, motherfucker, and then pull the trigger.
All right. Give me a roll.
Ooh. What's the DV?
It's a 13.
Okay, that is a 15 to hit.
All right, so that hits.
All right, that is 7, 11, 13. That is 18 points of damage.
All right. So you catch him in the leg, and he kind of buckles. He's still in the fight, but he's bleeding pretty badly. Like, you can see that they are, like, as you blow part of the, like, the coverall off, you can see they are wearing a little bit of armor underneath.
And then Gauze is just gonna duck back behind that little part, the hood, so they can still come around and get him, but he's like, just so he's not standing out in the open. And he's gonna pump the shotgun again so it expends the shell, and then just looks back over at Bait and just goes, thumbs up.
Good job.
All right, and that
Bullet
takes us
flies
to
past
Bait.
her thumb.
That takes us to Bait because I jumped ahead for the enemies. So Bait.
Sure. So now that there are only 2 guys left?
We still have 3. One guy
we
just
still
got
have
shot in
3.
the
Right,
leg.
because yours isn't fully dead yet.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh,
Bait is
fully
going
dead.
to get out from behind cover and properly join the fight.
All right.
She's going to rush up and try to get the one that Gauze got just now.
All right, so you're moving up, kind of flank into a flanking spot with Gauze.
Yeah,
Okay. Give me a perception check.
I would love to. Well, I rolled a 1, but
Okay.
11, 12, it's a 14.
Okay. So go ahead. Yeah, you can see the same, like, the guy's clutching his leg. Blood oozing out between his fingers, and he's turning the pistol towards Gauze, like where Gauze is.
Uh-huh.
So go ahead. Do you want to take a shot at that guy or one of the other 2?
That is that's a 12.
All right. So yeah, you come around and you fire, but it just goes a little wide. It
Shit.
hits the car and just ricochets off.
And if I'm able to, she immediately ducks behind something, just going, shit.
Alrighty. So, Gauze and Bait. What you failed to notice was the guy that Gauze initially hit is still, like, on his back, and he's raising a pistol. He was not completely out of the fight. He had the wind knocked out of him really badly. So he's raising a pistol in the direction of you 2. And he's in so much pain that the shot just goes wild and fires off into the air. The guy with the bloody leg, again, is taking a shot at you 2. Also missing. Yeah, that one just kind of whizzes between the 2 of you.
Holy shit, did you see that?
And then the other 2 open fire on the car, hoping to hit somebody. So that one pings and does hit. Let's see who it hits. It hits Mock, as you were kind of just moving up for a second. So that will be 6 damage.
Okay.
As it kind of catches you. Now, are you wearing armor?
Yeah.
So what kind of armor are you wearing in your body?
Light armor jack.
Which, what does that give you?
SP?
Yeah.
11.
11, okay. So yeah, it just hits your arm. Yeah, it hits you. You feel the impact, but that's it.
Okay.
Soaks.
All right. Small fly.
The car that we're hiding behind, what kind of shape is it in?
It's kind of rusted out. It's not drivable, but it's offering you plenty of protection from these guys.
Okay.
Like, most of the rounds are hitting the car. And as, like, these are, like, just to describe it, there's multiple shots being fired. These are just the shots that are, like, we're rolling for to see if they connect. It's a very, intense firefight.
In that case, the flaming car that they are near, I want to see, is there anything I can observe that I might be able to do to blow it up, finish them off, one big fireball of death type style thing?
Okay. Unfortunately, like the shape the car's in, it's not like it's beyond the point of you being able to blow it up at this point.
Okay.
It's much like yours. It's rusted out. There's really nothing to explode at this point.
Damn. All right, then. I guess we gotta shoot them.
Okay.
Look at me trying to finesse the problem. 12?
That will miss. Yeah, you come up and you fire, and shot just goes wide.
Ooh.
All right, Mock.
All right, so I got a question. Is there like a trash can behind them?
From what you could see, yeah. I mean,
All right,
you know,
so I take out my grapple gun
oh,
and I shoot and grab the trash can and snatch it back and like attempt to hit the guy in the back of the head to like incapacitate him.
Nice. All right, give me a roll.
All right. Well, all right. Let's see.
You use handgun for this.
Okay. Let's see. That is a 21.
Oh yeah, the hook just punches through the metal of the trash can, and the little like claws just pop out.
Yeah.
So, give me a D10 plus, we'll say, body to yank it
Okay.
into the guy.
I got 7.
A total of 7?
Yeah.
Okay. So you pull it, and it comes out, and it hits the guy. Didn't really do any damage, but he kind of is like, what the heck?
Exactly.
And looking around. All right, Rose.
Rose is just gonna like give a very annoyed sign and be like, I'm really tired of these fuckers, and then like aim for the one that got hit in the head with the trash.
Nice. All right, give me a roll. Add 2 to your roll because this guy is distracted due to just being assaulted by a trash can.
So that will be a 16.
Oh, that will hit.
Okay. 9.
All right. So this just happened to be the same one that Gauze had hit with his shotgun. You catch him like in the neck, and he just crumbles to the ground. Gauze, yeah, you just see this guy crumble behind the car. Handgun falls out of his hand. He is gone.
How many do we have left standing, or
You have
breathing?
2. You have 3 in the fight. You have that one guy that you hit early on in the, lying on the ground, and then you still have 2 other ones.
Gauze is going to kick the handgun away from the guy that just died, and it's going to stand up, and the guy that I hit early on in the fight that tried to shoot me, I'm going to put the shotgun barrel right in his chest, and I'm going to say, all right, listen up, motherfucker. You tell the rest of your chooms to drop their weapons and move on down the street, go grab themselves a cheesesteak, or I'm going to fucking splatter you all over the concrete. You understand me? You dig? You dig? And hopefully trying to convince him to move on.
Alrighty, let's get some intimidation.
All right, perfect. Shit. Where's intimidation at? Let's see. Is this not control skills? There are a lot of skills in this game. Damn.
Yes, there are.
Would that so intimidation? Would that be persuasion, or bribery, or conversation, or interrogation?
We'll call it persuasion. You are persuading him forcefully to stop fighting.
All right, that is a 9 plus 9. That is an 18.
Okay. All right. Bait, what are you doing? This is Bait's initiative.
Does the guy look like he is going to listen to Gauze?
Probably. Yeah, your skill with people tells you this guy is looking pretty compliant right now.
Okay. Bait's going to help by also aiming her gun at his head
Okay.
and say, "Listen to him. He's crazy. You don't know what they're gonna do."
So with that, you know, the two of you holding down this one guy, you hear the other two just like, "Fuck this. We're not getting paid enough for this." And they just take off. And the three of you that aren't up close with these guys, also, you can hear that. And you see, like, as you look up, you see them just beating feet away.
What the fuck did they mean by not getting paid enough there, friend?
All right. So, yeah, he's like, can I get up?
You'll get up when we see you're good and ready, all right? What do they mean by not getting paid enough?
It's just a job, man.
Just a job.
A job from who?
I don't know.
Bait clicks her gun.
Like
A job from who?
we don't know. Do you guys know who you get your jobs from? Like, we got cash and a description, and a place to intercept. That's it.
Oh, get the fuck up. Amateurs? Really? It's fucking amateur hour, all right? Look, you're just taking a dead drop, all right? You're not working with anybody. You're not having somebody organize things for you. You don't have a fixer working for you. Get the fuck up. Stand up.
He stands up very hesitantly, like cowering. Like,
oh, come on, mate. You shit yourself.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, poor baby. Run along home.
And with that, he just takes off.
Fucking dead drops nowadays. It's not even worth it. Can't even walk down the street for a meeting without somebody trying to blow my head off. Reminds me of one of my exes.
I'm trying to decide to feel flattered or insulted. Someone wanted to kill us, but they couldn't pay enough to do it well.
Ugh.
No kidding.
Might as well just have somebody try to mug me. Is everybody all right? Anybody hit?
I mean,
No,
I
they
took
couldn't shoot fish
the
in a
armor
barrel.
jack protected me, so I'm good.
That's good. All right. I don't have to waste any sutures on you. All right, good.
So one thing that everybody does not find out is West Philadelphia is what's known as a combat zone in the city. So law is basically what you can do at the end of your own gun or those of your friends. So, this place is controlled by either, booster gangs, or if there are any corporate or private security interests in the area. There's typically who's in charge here.
Let's just meet up. Let's get to the meeting point and let's just calm down a little bit. All right, and then we'll sort everything else. All right. I can't believe this is interfering. Not even a fixer involved with trying to take us out. Come on, that's insulting.
Bait uncocks her gun, for the record.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then holsters it.
Gauze has got to put the shotgun. It's not like a big shotgun. It's just like a pump that has no stock on it or anything like that. So he's just gonna put it in the thigh holster that he's got for it.
Yeah. Mark slips the SMG back in the coat.
Yeah, Rose will put her gun back in her thigh holster and
All right. So, you guys head to your meet?
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right. So you head off. Takes you just a little bit more time to arrive at Bar 80. Bar 80 is a local bar to West Philadelphia. It is neutral ground for the area, so you can find various booster gangs, either drinking, not necessarily together, but drinking here. It's also been used as a place to negotiate treaties between the various gangs. It's owned by your fixer, Afu. So you could see there's, typical night for Bar 80. There's a line around the corner. You can hear 80s punk coming from inside as you approach.
How do you spell Afu?
AFU. So you see bouncers are screening people, letting them in. They see your group approaching. They're like, they wave you guys closer. Hey, One of the bouncers speaks up. How you guys doing? What? You look a little rough around the edges tonight.
Oh, you know, that's West Philly for you, right?
Yeah, unfortunately. You guys should get a place around here to hole up. It's a little bit safer.
Like I would ever set down roots down here. I had to move my whole office here, mate. That's sounds like a nightmare. The L doesn't even run around these parts at this time of night.
The L hasn't run in years, man. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, maybe not for you. Put on some rollerblades. You can run the L, you know?
You always wanted the crazy ones.
I guess so.
Look, Afu's expecting you guys. Go on in. I know he's taking another meeting right now, so grab yourselves a drink and just hang out.
I'll go ahead and can you just get me a nice little ginger beer there, mate?
Well, you have to go inside, buddy.
Do I have to? I hate that place. Smells like piss all the time.
Don't tell Afu that.
It's not sanitary. Is what it is.
And Mock just walks past Gauze and his silliness and goes straight to the bar.
All right.
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
It's not so bad.
Small Fly is gonna walk past, and as Gauze is still trying to give him a hard time, she's just gonna kind of like hook onto, I don't know, his Hawaiian shirt or something and pull him in with them.
Come on. All right, fine.
All right. So you head in. It is packed. This club gets a lot of guests that have a thing for 1980s punk. So, like Body Sculpt, you see a couple of Billy Idols, as well as just 80s personality. Yeah, people dressed like in 80s attire. Behind the bar, you spot Locke. She's one of the bartenders here that you've dealt with before. Bears a striking resemblance to a young Heather Locklear. It's like, see, she's Mock coming up to her. Hey, Mock, what can I do for you?
Whiskey neat.
All right. So you're here to meet Afu tonight?
Yeah.
All right.
Say you got work, so see what's
Yeah.
up.
That's what I hear. I hear he's got a job for you guys. Good Eddies, from what I hear.
Need it.
And she slides you a whiskey neat.
Appreciate it.
What are the rest of you doing?
We'll just take a ginger beer, if you can. Non-frosted glass, please. I want the glass to be warm. I want the ginger beer to be cold. I want there to be that little differential there. It makes it taste better. It's a chemical
All right.
reaction that happens.
You see she takes a glass out of the fridge and puts it under her arm. It's like, all right, one warm glass coming up. How about the rest of you? What can I do for you?
I will just take a water. Gotta save my voice, you know.
Water. All right. So she hands over a water. Bait? Something for you?
Yeah, you got a Cosmo there?
I can sure make one for you.
Appreciate it, Locke. Thanks.
So she starts working on that. As she's doing it, she turns. Small Fly, something for you, dear?
Whatever you feel like making is fine. Have there been any just like sort of black dressed schmucks that are asking if we were meeting up here? We got intercepted by somebody on the way here, and I was just wondering if, I mean, they probably knew where we were going. Did they start here and then work towards us, or?
What do you mean black dress schmucks? I mean, and she's just kind of like looks at the crowd, and you can see a bunch of various, men dressed in black clothing.
Like they were trying to look like edge runners, but they didn't really know what they were doing.
They look like janitors, love. They look like they're street cleaners, street sweepers, you know? They look like they were there to do some detailing on the curbside. Instead, they got detailed on the curbside. You know what I'm saying? Gonna hold up a hand towards Rose.
I will reluctantly give him a high five.
That's what I'm talking about.
Here, one of you hold up your phone. Or your agent. And, Bait will transmit the video that she reported to, Gauze's agent to show exactly what they were dressed like, what they looked like.
Yeah, so it projects like a little video screen out of it for Locke to look at. She looks and she kind of peers in a little bit. She's like, "No, it doesn't ring any bells to me, sweeties. Like, I've never seen them in here before." She's like, "Wait a minute." She's like, "They kind of look like some of the guys, one of their local booster gangs, the Animals. But that's weird because they're not dressed like their typical selves."
Yeah, what?
You all know who the Animals are. They are actually they're called the Girard Avenue Animals. They are a booster gang that has a zoo animal motif that are based. They've claimed the old Philadelphia Zoo as their territory. And most of them have like body mods to look like animals, whether it's like a cheetah, different, big cats, things like that.
It's what the.
But these guys didn't have any of that. And she kind of points to a mark on like one of their necks that is the gang's like tattoo.
Oh, there it is.
Why do you think they would try to get all dressed down for us? You think they'd want to, scare us a little bit, spook us or something,
Side
They might
gig.
be taking. Yeah, exactly. They might be taking side work.
That's what
Maybe
I
separate
think.
from the gang.
Or maybe trying to do something to prove themselves. They don't look body modded like those guys normally do.
Oh, initiate
Yeah,
or
it's-
something.
So maybe they were just trying to pull a job to get some cred. People will do anything if the Yetis are right.
Thanks, Locke.
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate
And
you.
she hands you your warm glass ginger beer.
Perfect. All right, the chemical reactions just occurred. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I'll take a sip. Perfect.
All right. So a little bit of time goes by, and Locke comes up. You guys got a table. Locke will come out. And she's like, Afu just said he's ready for you guys in the back. So, and you've done this you've done this a lot before working for Afu, so you know where to go.
Perfect.
So y'all head to the back room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, as you get in the back room, you can see Afu sitting at his conference table. There's a video screen behind him that looks like it's playing some sort of older sports game. Everybody give me a general education roll if you'd like to know.
Of course. I am smart. I am smart.
MRT.
I have a 12.
18.
Rose?
I got a 12. Sorry.
Okay.
That is a 21.
All right.
Dang.
Smart weapon.
Mock?
10.
10. All right. So, Smallfly and Gauze, it is a ice hockey game of the an old recording of the Philadelphia Flyers. It was an older sports team that used to play in the city way back when. And Gauze, since you rolled so well, this is one of the Stanley Cup Finals games
Oh.
the 70s.
From the 70s, huh?
Well, that's the only time they won.
All right. This one was the so typically with Flyers games, you see, they're always gonna have an asshole ref. This one was particularly dickish, severely dickish. Almost led to him getting jumped by a bunch of fans outside. Absolutely brutal shit. Amazing.
No shit.
Oh yeah.
Gauze, you know your stuff, man. And you see, it's Afu that's talking. He's like, "How are you guys doing, man?"
Just living.
Yeah. And to describe Afu, he is a stocky, well-built man, probably standing about 6.5 feet tall. He's got a lot of tattoos on his arm and one on his face. Dark hair pulled back into a ponytail. You see a cigar and an ashtray sitting next to him, and his golden cyber arm kind of gleams in the light.
So, just curious there, Alpha, before we get into business and everything like that. How much?
Yeah, he's like, I tell you all the time, man. He's like, Afu is for strangers. You call me Tug.
Yeah, I always feel weird saying Tug to you.
What? He's like, man, I told you, I got the nickname from piloting tugs at the docks back in the day after the war.
I know. I understand, mate. Look, I get it. I understand it. All right, Tug. It sounds so weird coming out of my mouth. I'm sorry, mate. But how much did that little piece of hardware, and I'm pointing to the cyber arm, how much did that cost you?
Quite a bit.
Okay, yeah. And when are you gonna come by the store and let me take a look at it? You know, I just want to have a couple minutes with it, just kind of see what's going on there, see if I can replicate it there, mate. You know.
Someday, man. Someday. Not today, though.
Maybe we can get some fake skin to go with it, you know? Say if anything happens, you know, nobody will expect anything. You know, you got like talons coming out of it, or you got like a gun in your arm, you know? And so they're like, oh, it's just a normal bloke, he doesn't have any hardware going on. Oh, hey, he's got shot in the face.
It's like I got being normal a long time ago, man.
All right, you know. Well, anyway, you know. Come on into the shop, come and see me.
It's like, have a seat. You need anything? Booze? Something to eat?
Yeah, no, I've got my ginger beer.
Locke took good care of us out there.
Good.
Let me
good
get
to hear.
another whiskey, man.
All right. So, you know, he just hits his intercom and he keeps it old school. He could, you know, normally he could just probably do this through his local network, but he just hits the intercom and he orders another whiskey neat for you. He's like, all right. He's like, what happened to you guys? He kind of points to Mock's coat.
We got fucking jumped.
Some
got
fuckhead
jumped?
got lucky.
Everybody's all right, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're fine. You know how it
Good,
goes.
I think so.
Some kids from the animals, by the looks of it.
All right, I'll have to talk to Rhino about that. See what's going on. So anyway, it's like, yeah, the reason I wanted to get a hold of you is I got a job for you. Well, hoping you'll take it. Pays good. One of my clients has a caravan coming in from the north of the city through the old suburban ruins. He needs the cargo intercepted and dropped off over in West Fairmount.
So it's a quick, just like, bust in, grab it, get out?
From what he's told me, what the client knows is that the caravan's coming in 3 days' time.
Okay.
But he's not quite sure the route. He knows it's coming from the north. From what I understand, it's coming from the, oh my gosh, I can't talk tonight. Canada. Not sure what the cargo, he wouldn't say what the cargo is, just that it's important that he get a hold of it. And he's willing to pay 10,000 eddies for it.
Excuse me?
Yeah. 10,000. I know, big score.
And all we gotta do is just grab this one vehicle from this convoy and get out of there with it.
Well, I doubt it's just one convoy. That's the other, and that's the trick here. He doesn't know a lot about it, but he does know where you can find out more information on it. AV Freight is the shipper. They happen to have an office here in Port Richmond.
All right.
So he's like, if you guys Need more information because you didn't know the route. Only it's coming in from Canada, which is through the north, through the old suburban ruins.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the only lead I have for you on this one.
AV Freight, North Suburban Ruins. I mean, I'm sure a small fly here can hook us up with something, eh?
That's what I do.
Smash and grab. My
Yeah,
job will
you
be
get me
easy.
behind the wheel, I can skate it away.
Perfect. And there's absolutely nothing else that you know that you can share with us? Nothing that the client maybe hinted at, even if it's just, weaker information than you may be comfortable sharing. Anything would help.
Like, who the fuck we're taking it from?
Sure,
Well-
like that. Well,
He didn't say who. He didn't say who the owners was. Just that AV Freight's the shipper, and they're known to. They're good at their job. I mean, this guy's paying 10,000 eddies,
Mhm.
so it's got to be something important.
Okay,
Clearly.
At least important to them.
I just don't want to walk into, a situation when we get in there, we pull them over, I pull old scalpel here on somebody, and then all of a sudden I got a Militech drone trying to call up my ass. You understand?
Yeah. I get that. Well, Militech, if they were shipping it, they would have handled it themselves.
Sure. Okay. All right.
Well, so does your client even know where it was going? They know where it's coming from.
Well, it's going to. Since AV Freight is the shipper, I think it's probably heading to their facility,
Okay.
Oh.
their warehouse there where the office is. But in my opinion, from my experience, you're better off boosting it from them
En
before
route.
it gets there.
Yeah. We'll see if we can get some info on it beforehand. Maybe we can have one of us try to sneak into the offices. Maybe talk our way into it or something like that. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let cooler
All right,
heads
well,
prevail.
I was like, I'll leave all those details up to you.
Sure, makes sense.
Plausible deniability and all that.
Deny,
The
deny,
delivery, but yeah, the delivery, Ridgeland Mansion, the old Ridgeland Mansion in West Fairmount.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Like if you need anything out of the ordinary, any gear for this.
Oh, do we have any slush funds that we might need to grease palms and that sort of thing as we're gathering information?
Yeah, he slides a cred stick out onto the table, and he's like, "That's 2,000 eddies. I got the client to front that for the job. If you're taking it." And he hasn't taken his finger off the stick yet.
Let's get this money.
Sounds like
But I
we
don't-
are.
I don't see a reason not to.
All right. With that, he just pushes it a little further towards the group, and it's like, all right. He's like, it's like I did get a lead on a night market tonight over in the animals territory. Just be careful based on what happened tonight.
Sure.
Sure.
But like you said, you're going to talk to Rhino, so I'm sure all of that will be whatever misunderstanding led to them deciding to ambush us will be settled, I'm sure.
No concerns whatsoever. No problem at all. Yeah, Rhino seems like a really sensible fella. He's named after one of the calmest animals in the animal kingdom,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Perfection.
All right. So what are you guys doing now?
I guess we're gonna get the fuck out of this bar and go someplace where we can lay low and discuss plans, right?
All right. And he's like, oh, one more thing. Mock,
What's up?
you turn around and he throws a set of keys to you. He's like, around back.
Word. And so I'll take a walk around back and see what's up.
Eh. You see an old military Humvee.
Oh shit! Hey, we got a
Yeah.
ride.
No weapons, but it's a ride. Couple extra gas cans. You guys are heading out into the ruins of what basically essentially is like the Jenkintown area from Philly. So it's not somewhere you'd want to walk.
Mm.
And it's not, and it's probably worse than a combat zone.
All right.
Oh, it's a party.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So I hop in, start it up.
It starts right up. Engine roars to life.
All right.
All right, let's rock and roll, y'all.
Okay, so how are we gonna approach this? All right, because correct me if I'm wrong, Game Master. The convoy happens in a couple of days. We got a couple of days for us.
Right. It's due to arrive in the facility in Port Richmond in a couple of days.
Okay.
That's what you know.
Okay.
You also know that any information that you might be able to glean from the caravan, as far as the client told Tug, would most likely be found at their warehouse and office.
Yeah.
So, Mikey. No, so on.
Sorry. Go ahead, Rose.
No, go on. I'm sorry.
What I was going to say, if anybody wants to roll a education check for me,
So 16.
DV 17.
13.
7 plus. That's a 20. 7 plus
Okay.
13.
Rose or Mock?
I rode very low. So
Okay.
I got a 21.
All right. So, Mock, from your time, your backstory, and your
Yeah, being in the combat zones.
right combat
Shit.
zones and what have you. The Jenkintown ruins and a lot of the ruins north. The only real route to go through is the old Route 611 that's still serviceable.
All right.
And they've set up all down that route within the state. They've set up like more or less chew 2 stations for refueling.
Okay.
But it is a very wild and lawless area. You also, Gauze, know of that with your role and your time as a med tech.
Yeah, it's where most of the trauma team keeps bringing people into me. I don't know why people have trauma team memberships when they're already out there, but it's each their own. If people want to spend their eddies that way, that's how they spend their eddies. Just seems inefficient.
Man, this is going to be a fucking party. This is going to be ridiculous.
So, what I think we should do is try to hit it as far out from where they're due as possible so that, they might not have a check-in. We might have longer to get it where we're going. And our best bet is to drag up some information from AV Freights.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was thinking I could try to set up some kind of interview with a representative from there, get access to their office. It's entirely possible I might be able to cajole some information out of them, but even if I can't, just gaining credentials might help someone a little more stealthier sneak in and see if they can find information while I am engaged with the representative.
Sounds like a good idea also.
Yeah, I mean, my role in all this comes a little bit later in case somebody gets plugged, Unless there's something you want me to go scrounge up, maybe like you need like some smelling salts or something like that, or maybe
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Maybe not smelling salts.
Whatever
but
the
maybe-
opposite of that is.
Exactly. Chloroform?
holy fucking shit.
Just in
You-
just in case things go south.
Oh, all right.
Just
I don't want to pull out my gun and shoot well, I will if I have to, but I don't want to.
Excuse me, does this smell like chloroform?
All right, well, that's fine. I've been a doctor for a while. Almost made it to trauma team and didn't quite make the cut, but no. Let's just chalk up all my experiences to trying to find Mickey's. All right, great, perfect. Yep. No, I can do that. I can handle it. Nothing too troublesome.
All right.
For what it's worth, on the car ride to where we end up going, Bait is working on editing a quick story for her. I forgot the name for it. Her scream sheet, which is called the Disestablishment, which is basically now becoming an anti the animals article.
Okay.
So are we holding up somewhere so that Bait can get ready to reel him in, or are we just going right to AV Freight?
I think.
Are we going to check out the night market?
Oh,
We can do that too. I think probably
Yeah,
grab us some.
it
chloroform
is-
with them.
Yeah, it is later in the evening, so like making contact with AV Freight, at least the people you'd want to get in contact with, like their media team, if they even have one, or their PR department, because you don't know, would most likely not be able to happen until tomorrow.
Sure, but you can send out like a message.
Oh yeah, you can definitely
whatever
send them-
whatever recipient she's able to find,
Mhm.
just to get that ball rolling as soon as possible.
Okay. So you want to try to arrange a meet, correct?
Mhm.
All right. Go ahead and give me a persuasion as you're
Sure.
drafting up your message to send.
Nice. That is 8, 9, 10, 11, 19.
Okay. So you send it off. I mean, immediately you get a ping back that's just like their automated. Thank you for contacting AV Freight. We'll get back to you at our earliest convenience.
You know what? As long as the message went through, that's all we can
Yeah.
look for now.
So
well, I say we just show up tomorrow and act like we got a response, and they'll
Not a bad idea.
I've got a question and a concern here. And it's a little bit embarrassing, but it's fine. All right, I run a business, so I'm not always above the black. But I currently in a situation where I have about 10 eddies to my name. And I don't normally do this, but I would. If you want me to gather chloroform, I wouldn't mind. It's not going to take too much, but maybe like a collective fund here, maybe.
Well, I mean, we
Well-
have that slush money
Mhm.
that.
You have 2,000 eddies to work with.
I mean, yeah. I didn't want to take from that if somebody wanted to get like road spikes
Well,
or something.
how much is the chloroform, Gauss?
Okay. Look, so I could just roll it. I could look it up, but I could also just roll it like a first aid check. Whatever you want me to do here, Game Master, I'm more than willing to do it.
You're able. You know that you can. You have enough chemicals on hand. Like you can make it. It's not going to cost you anything. I'm not going to make you roll. It's chloroform.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. All right.
Like I'm not gonna make the party roll for very mundane things, especially if it's not like during combat. Probably if you're trying to do this during a firefight or something. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look. Okay. Fine. Just. All right. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't really even need the eddies. I can just make it back in my shop. I was just gonna see if I could. Never mind.
Right.
Just forget it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Okay.
Like, look. Look, I am perfectly capable. I don't have issues. Let me just, you go work on talking to people. I'll go back to my place. We'll meet up later. I'll have some bottle. How much chloroform do you need, really? Feasibly.
Ideally, just enough for one person.
Just.
Yeah. If we need to chloroform more than one person, we should probably just start shooting them.
Yeah, at that point,
Yeah.
the gun's coming out.
Or maybe find a new line of work, if you know what I'm saying. Look, Mac knows what I'm talking about, don't you there? All right, yeah, I'll get to work on that then.
Mhm.
Well, Mac, do you mind dropping me off at my place of business? I would hail a cab, but as you can tell, it's 10 eddies, So,
Yeah.
appreciate you,
Alright.
bruv.
All right, so you all head to the zoo,
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
night market. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so you arrive. You can park. You see a bunch of cars. You see lights inside the zoo. It's more active than it normally is. It's due to the night market being here. Normally, the animals will not allow strangers on their territory. However, for some reason that you're unaware of, they've opened it up to this night market. So you all head on in, and think of it's just like it's a very pop-up, almost like bazaar of things. Looking around, it seems that tonight's night market is a haven for foodstuffs and drugs, as well as weapons and armor. It's a very odd mix this evening. So if there's anything you guys are looking for, let me know.
Actually,
Pull up the inventory.
yeah, because
Or not the inventory, but the equipment.
the equipment list.
Yeah.
We got 2,000 eddies to work with here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any possible way we can get a gyrocopter? No? Alright, that's fine.
No.
Okay, that's also like 20,000 eddies. Alright.
So yeah, just perusing like the food and like the area where like the food is being sold. It looks like there's a bunch of vendors for frozen goods. There's a bunch of freezers hooked up to generators. So like old like frozen vegetables, that type of stuff. And then there are some drug vendors
Oh.
selling street drugs.
Oh. You don't say. Okay. Alright. Okay, first of all, how much, do you think we should probably get, like, some body shields or something like that for everybody? Bulletproof shields? Maybe some more armor? Because, like, look, I've got body armor, but I don't have, like, a helmet. I don't have a shield or anything like that. If y'all don't think we don't need it, it's just...
No, a shield is probably a smart idea, especially considering we don't fully know exactly what we're getting into just yet.
Yeah, not a bad idea. I'm also looking at, I've got like a flashlight and a carry-all and all that stuff like that. Maybe some binocs. I've got a lot of ammo that I'm holding on to right now.
I have some binoculars. What about... Ooh, maybe we should pick up some smoke grenades.
I like how you think. That's not a bad idea at all. If they've got it, of course, if they've got it, If they
Yeah,
don't, then,
some smokes, maybe some flashbangs too.
maybe a scrambler,
Or-
something to scramble the
Scrambler?
communications. So they don't call in. Yeah, I like how that sounds too.
Do the rest of you have earpieces? Communicators? Just in case we get separated? I have one, of course, but I don't know if the rest of you do.
I do not.
I've just got an agent.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Might be a good idea to pick up something so we can keep an easy contact.
Your agents come with those you won't need.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh,
Like a separate.
Then why'd I buy this radio communicator?
Well, because you have an internal agent, and your ear lets you do a whole bunch of other fun things if you want.
That's true.
that is true.
I
Plus, you
also
can't
have-
really lose your ear. Your ear can't generally
Well-
fall off in combat.
You know,
I mean-
that's what earless Jimmy thought, and now look at him.
I know.
Yeah.
Now look at poor
bastard.
earless Jimmy.
Down 1,000 eddies from that ear too. Poor bastard.
Yep, and 1,000 eddies and an ear. Now he only has 3.
It might be useful, it might not, but maybe like a brain dance or something like that to keep us, while we wait.
What?
Like
They
a brain
do not
dance.
have any brain dances here.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, this one is, and you've taken some time so far just to kind of look around.
Mm-hmm.
and again, it's mainly just some foodstuffs, some some drug vendors,
Okay.
as well as weapons and armor. So personally, there's nothing here unless you want to try to buy it off somebody, or you can potentially make a streetwise roll to see if anybody has one that they're holding on to. But this is mainly just weapons and armor and some foods.
All right, fine. Smoke
But-
grenades and body shields.
Yeah, you can definitely find smoke grenades and flashbangs here. You can find some shields.
Fine. I'm gonna look over drugs and see if there's something I can. Wow,
Alright.
drugs comes up in this book a lot.
Let me
Like-
find what page that's on because I've been trying to find it.
I know in Shadowrun there were certain ability enhancing substances that carry over to this system.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What page is that stuff on?
I've got at 181. They have a table that breaks down to yeah. Drugs, designer's intention.
go.
Yeah,
Lovely.
that's like the beginning of it. Wow, they say drugs in this book a lot.
Page 357.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Is
Oh,
the
street drugs.
full
Yeah.
descriptions of the drugs. Yeah.
Stuff like black lace.
Hmm.
Ooh.
So basically, anything you can find any street drug here that is 50 eddies or under,
Okay.
which is pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
Ooh. Synth coke.
Synth coke is great.
Uh,
Just as somebody that's played the game before, it's fantastic. All right.
also looking at boost.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Ooh. Here's a thought.
Okay.
What? I guess let me ask first. Blue glass. First off,
God.
seems great. Seems fun.
Oh,
Love it.
God.
I want to try it myself. Second off,
Oh, God.
what form does it come in? Is it a powder? Is it a needle? Is it?
I'm just gonna
Is
say
it whatever I want it to be?
by its name, it probably
Is it
comes in
glass?
crystal form that you heat up and you
Sure. Sure,
smoke.
that makes sense.
So okay, so blue glass. I'm gonna say blue glass, black lace are in almost like for my Cyberpunk game, are oh my god, like asthma inhalers.
Oh.
As is boost. Smash is effectively a more potent form of beer. It's yellow foamy sold in cans everywhere. You can get this stuff. You can get this stuff at your local bodega. Synth coke is exactly synthetic cocaine.
Mhm.
So that is in a powder form, just like cocaine was.
Sure. Basically, what I'm thinking is picking up some blue glass to help grease the wheels at this potential interview if needed. So I might do that if no one's against it.
So you're thinking of dosing this? You're dosing someone with blue glass?
No, not dosing.
Offering.
Offering.
Offering blue
Offering
glass.
as a token of
Oh,
friendship.
God.
Gotcha.
Unless
If it comes to it.
what I was thinking is, okay, so in like Firefly strawberries, we're like, oh my god, is there something an equivalent in this world that we could find here that might be a little less incriminating in case somebody cared or pretended to care?
Real food. Real, not synthetic stuff. Not stuff made from soy. Like those types of things are things that would get someone's attention, especially more than likely somebody's attention that you might be interacting with in like a corporate setting.
So could we find those things here?
Potentially, because there are food vendors here. But this stuff is very, very rare. So if you would like to try and find something, you can give me a streetwise check.
I can do that. If everyone thinks that's a good use of...
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah,
I think it's a reasonable...
It's worth a
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
I just need to remember where Streetwise is. I found it. I found it. It's in the last column. And that is a 19.
Okay. Anybody else trying, or just small fly?
Oh yeah, I can try a few.
I mean, if anybody
Pretty
wants
well
to,
as
like.
rolling it. Well, that's not as good. That's an 11.
Okay. So yeah, the two of you ask around. Smallfly, you do get a line on a rooftop gardener that's selling some of their wares. So you find them. It's a middle-aged woman, and it looks like she's got little containers of strawberries, as well as some cherry tomatoes, like stuff that's very easy to grow in like a small amount of earth, like garden.
Those cherry tomatoes will come in handy if we're having to deal with somebody by the name of Denethor.
So
She inquires about how much those cost.
So, she's like, I can both. Just
Yeah, both.
Okay. Give me a trading roll. Let's see if you can.
I believe I have that too.
I know
Yes,
you did.
I do, because this is how I get my shit. 19 again.
Okay. So you talk back and forth. You kind of form a rapport with this with this woman. She's like, normally, I would let them go for 200, but for you seem like such a nice young woman. I can give them to you for 100.
That is so sweet. Thank you. Yes. Yes, and she purchases those.
Okay. All right. So you purchase the vegetables and fruit.
Let's go ahead and grab that. If we can, the smoke grenades.
Okay.
And the what is it? A couple of shields. I don't think does everybody need a shield, or I can't use a shield, but if like some of you people that use the one-handed shoot bang guns, then
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a
useful.
shield.
Yeah. Perfect.
So one shield. Who else wants a shield?
Yeah, let me get one of those.
Anyone else?
How do I tell how squishy I am? Is that body?
It should be your hit points.
Your hit points and your armor. Yeah.
Okay. How does 40 put me? How
I have
squishy
40
am
and I'm getting a shield.
Then I will also get a shield.
I mean, the highest. So mechanically, the highest you can start with at character creation is 55.
Right.
Unless, because just how the cyberware works, you can't really afford the cool stuff that's going to boost your body up higher than that. So yeah, 55 is the highest you can absolutely get. So 40 is not bad at all.
That's decent.
Okay.
That's really decent.
Yeah. And what kind of armor do you wear?
I have a Kevlar vest, which is 7 SP.
Okay, so you have decent armor.
Mm-hmm.
You have halfway decent armor, and you have a decent amount of hit points. So you're not terribly squishy, but more protection can never hurt.
Yeah.
I agree. Shield me up.
Okay, 3 shields.
I'm
Rose?
good. I'm not gonna take a shield.
Yeah.
So the grenades, the smoke and the flashbang grenades will cost you standard costs in the book. So for the smoke grenades, it's 50, and for the flashbangs, it's 100 each.
Perfect. How many do you think we should go with that? Because with 3 shields at 300.
3 shields is 300.
Actually, I got enough to buy my own shield, so.
The vendor that you found the grenades at has a case of 12 for each. So 1 case of each, 12 grenades in a case. If you want to buy that many. Which I don't think you can.
That's $1,200.
We have you said you're buying your own shield?
Yeah, I can buy my own.
Okay, so in that case, after 2 shields and the food, we have 1,700 left on the cred stick.
1,700.
So we could buy the grenades, or we could buy half a case of each.
Half a case of each. Yeah, let's do a half a case of
50.
each. It's not 6 and
Right.
6. Yeah. which leaves us with 500.
I think so. Sounds right.
Perfect.
All right. Well, everybody's shopping. Everybody give me a D10 plus your current luck score.
Oh my god.
Right.
Oh no.
Spooky. Oh no.
12.
I got a 9.
15.
I got an 8.
I got a 15.
13.
All right. So, Bait,
Uh-huh.
as you are meandering around the stalls and getting stuff, looking at things, you hear this loud, and you can feel before you hear it, you can feel a slight tremor beneath your feet, and you look around, and then you can hear like metallic sounds coming from behind you. You look back, and you can see a approximately 8-foot tall Borg. You can still see
What?
like almost like a full conversion cyborg.
Okay.
But what's weird about is they're wearing a tank, like a spaghetti string like tank top almost. And you can see like what remains of flesh, almost like the Borg Queen, like where it stretches over the cybernetics.
Mm-hmm.
And from their very large head protrudes a horn. And then there's like a skin face over top of the metallic.
Oh god.
I hate
Just-
that. Question about
Yes.
the setting.
Mm-hmm.
This is unusual, right?
It's unusual. I mean, there are people that have skin coverings over their cybernetics,
Uh-huh.
but you've never seen something like this before. Like normal, it's very nice looking, and is completely covering. You've also never seen a full conversion Borg retain any of the human features on it. And this looks like it was basically almost as if like the Borg kind of like burst out of the skin beneath, and the face because it's going to talk in a minute.
Yeah, great.
It moves with the face, but it's clearly like disjointed with the voice.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
But
kinda
this
like,
is not normal.
Yeah.
Kind of like Ed from Men in Black.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I offer it sugar water.
More. Sugar, water, more.
And you just like this monstrosity like peers down at you. Do I know you? And the voice is like, while mechanical, has a feminine tilt to it.
Do I recognize them at all? Do I recognize their face? Like
You don't
what's
recognize the
there?
face, but with the giant like rhino horn sticking out of its head,
Oh
like
shit.
out of its
Oh.
head, you figure this
shit.
is probably Rhino, the leader of
Uh-huh.
the animals.
Okay, yeah. Great, that's fine. Bait smiles, very charmingly, and says, no, I don't think I've ever had the pleasure. But I'm guessing you're clearly, Rhino. I've heard so much about you and your gang. Good things, wonderful things. Scrunches her face.
Yeah, you see that the Borg just tilt its head when you say good things. Like, it doesn't have eyebrows, so it can't really raise its eyebrows.
So that was a goddamn lie.
Are you finding everything okay? And the mouth is just like,
Yes, absolutely. Everything has been very satisfactory. I've been able to find everything I am looking for. This is a very well stocked market you have going on here. The Rhino.
oh, call me Renee.
Renee. Okay.
And with that, just kind of nods and starts stomping off.
Bay definitely had her recording going on during that whole conversation,
Okay.
just in case.
If I turn up dead later, this is who did it. All right. So does anybody have anything else they want to do here at the night market?
Yeah. So we're not gonna be able to find a scrambler, right? That's gotta be a thing that we're gonna be able to find.
No, you are not going to be able to find a scrambler.
Yeah. Who has the data stick right now? The credit stick?
I don't know who has it. I've been keeping track of it.
Let me go ahead. Hey, Bait.
Calls?
I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can find a scrambler around here. You know, like communication scrambler, if you don't mind.
Sure, absolutely. She hands over the cred stick.
Okay.
Be careful. Rhino is here. Well, she prefers to be called Renee, it seems.
Renee, lovely name.
She is an 8 foot tall, just like a very quiet voice. She is an 8 foot tall Borg, with a face stretched over cybernetics. I wouldn't stare if I were you.
What the fuck am I supposed to do with that shit? What the fuck? No, you know what? It's
Just
fine.
play it cool.
Just play it cool. Yeah, no, it's
Play it cool. That's why I'm telling you now, so you don't panic like I did and say, "Oh, I've heard great things about your gang." Like a fucking idiot.
Oh no! You see,
Did you ask if they had a hit on us?
No, I didn't ask the 8 foot Borg if she was the reason some of her gang members tried to kill us.
Well, now you know what to ask.
I mean, if you tell me which way she went, I will go and ask.
Bait points towards, I don't know, probably where we can see her because she's 8
Yeah.
feet tall.
I mean, yeah. So Bait just kind of points off, and yeah, Rhino just towers over the stalls and the night market. So it's clear where Rhino is at this point.
you know what? We are gonna do this divide and conquer. I am going to attempt to find a scrambler, and I'll let one of you lovely people that are good at talking manage to ask Renee, lovely Renee, about the. Or I could do it. If you want me, the med tech, to go ask Renee. Oh, excuse me, dear Renee. Just a quick question. The lovely place you got here. Did you send any of your fucking goons after us?
You ask her?
No.
I'm like, did you just go up
No,
and ask her?
no.
I was like,
No. I can do that if one of you prefer me to do that, or I can just go try to
No.
find a scrambler. No?
I think finding the scrambler is probably a better job.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm completely fine with doing that if that's what we want us to do.
Oh, I think Rose volunteered to go ask the Rhino if she's trying to kill us.
All right, great, fantastic.
I'm gonna go with God.
Yeah, come along, Mick. Yeah, come along and help me find the scrambler. Son of a bitch. Yeah, fine.
Rose, I'll come with you. I'm going to stay out of sight and just keep an eye on things just in case it goes south.
I love how this is what we're doing. I love this. This is great. This is gonna go perfect. Yeah, no, awesome.
I didn't expect anyone to take my suggestion seriously.
Well, you know what?
You sounded
life on
so
a-
sincere when you said it.
all right. So first we will deal with the Rhino scene. So who is going to visit the Rhino? Just Rose?
Well, and Bait is coming, but she's not going to.
Okay.
She's trying to stay out of sight, probably recording what's happening,
Okay.
obviously, and then just also keeping her ears open just in case it seems like Rose is about to get brutally murdered in the night
Gotcha.
market.
Gotcha. All right. So Rose, yeah, you are clearly able to track down this 9 foot tall or this 8 foot tall Borg.
It gets bigger and bigger with every scene
With-
she's in.
Well, it's the horn.
Yeah.
Wait, the horn gets bigger?
No, the horn adds to the height.
12-foot tall rhino.
But not, it's, yeah. So how do you approach this large board?
As friendly and less intimidating as possible.
Okay. So how will you get the attention of the rhino?
I will walk up and be like, "You're the rhino, right?"
It just kind of like, turns and looks down. Yes, I am the rhino.
I just have a question, no hostility. Just wondering, may I ask you if some of your members did you have a hit put out on us? Question mark.
Give me conversation.
Oh god. It didn't go well. I got a 6. It's fine.
A total of a 6?
What? Okay, what else am I supposed to roll with that?
So you're gonna roll a D10 plus your empathy plus any ranks you have in conversation.
Okay, that's right. I got an 11.
Okay. Did you roll a 1 on the D10? Rose?
You're muted.
Sorry. I wrote a 3 on the D10, and my empathy is 6. So that's 9, and then I have 2 in conversation.
So that's okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So you got that. All right. So Rhino kind of peers at you. It's weird because you could tell that they're like staring at you, but their eyes are mechanical, so it's like weird. The animals don't do hits. Are you working with Afu?
When you say working with, like, do I sing at his bar? Yes. Does that count as working with?
To ask it more bluntly, are you with one of the ones he called about earlier? And to warn you, I don't like games.
Ooh.
No.
Okay. Give me a persuasion roll.
There's so many tables in this. Jesus Christ.
So what did you get on your total of 6?
16, sorry.
16. Okay. Okay. So again, Rhino just kind of looks at you, tilts their head. It's like, very well then, and just kind of starts walking away.
That went well.
As well, I'm not dead, so
No.
yeah.
I really like the part where she said, "I don't like games," and then you lied to her face. But I'm glad it worked out.
Hey. You do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'd rather me be in danger than the rest of you. So, if she finds out I lied, she will come after me. And you guys will be fine.
You know, I don't hate that way of thinking.
All right. And Mock and Gauze. The hunt for the Scrambler.
Yeah. As soon as we get away from the rest of the group, Gauze is gonna turn and look at Mock and go, "Hey, all right, mate. I'm gonna be completely honest with you here. I'm gonna be completely on the level with you. All right? Are you cool?
Run it.
I'm not looking for a fucking scrambler. All right?
Okay.
I am quite interested in getting my hands on something. All right?
Okay. This ain't gonna fuck us, is it?
No. It's not gonna fuck us at all. I'm going to try to establish a routine supply of black lace for my office here.
Okay.
So, what I'm going to try to do, because we're going to come across a lot of money, you know? We're going to come across, 10,000 eddies, and hopefully we're going to keep on having jobs come in. I've got this business as a ripper doc, all right? So, black lace helps keep you, you're like, I'm injured. I'm not going to be like, So, I'm going to try to keep my anesthesia costs low by having black lace supply. All right?
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta have a routine supply of that brought in here. So I'm hoping I can make a connection. Gonna establish it with this here credit stick. Then when I go, oh no, couldn't find a data scrambler, and hopefully nobody's none the wiser, alright? Are you with me?
Let's go. Fuck it.
See, I was gonna do it by myself, but you decided to come with me, mate. So now you and I, we're like this. We're thick as thieves now, alright?
Alright.
If it works, I'll cut you in, okay? All right. And I'm going to go to the street drug vendor. I'm going to find the shiftiest looking motherfucker on this fucking block.
So, yeah, you're able. It doesn't take you too long to find a vendor that's dealing in black lace specifically.
Hello. Excuse me. Good evening. How are you doing today, this afternoon, this lovely evening?
Hey, what do you need? Black lace?
Black
'Cause
lace.
that's what I'm selling.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, no, you're the right place to go to. How much? Could you say how much you get routinely on a day-to-day basis?
How much black lace I get?
Yeah, how much do you push around here?
Well, I mean, this is just a pop-up market, so I'm doing pretty well tonight. But in general, I can move 50 to 60 doses a night.
50 to 60 doses a night. All right, so I'm gonna be on the up and up here with you, friend. I'm a ripper doc. All right, you know what a ripper doc is, of course you do. Look at you, you got some decent hardware on you.
Yeah. I was like, he holds up his cyber arm and.
Perfect.
Yeah, I know what a ripper doc is.
I would love to have a routine supply coming in and out of my shop. You dig?
Okay.
And
so how much are you looking for?
Well, this would be kind of like a you drop a monthly supply kind of thing, you know?
So you want a monthly supply?
Yeah, kind of like a subscription service, you know?
Well, how much? How many doses?
Let's say, now,
What do you...
I don't want to get fucked here, all right? Like wholesale prices. Like I'm buying in bulk, all right? Let's just think of it like that. Like big box store prices, all right, here, mate? So, let's just say, 8 to 10 a month.
10 doses a month?
Yeah.
I mean, you could just go buy that on the street.
I guess so. Okay.
Like
50 doses a month.
50 doses a month?
Yeah.
Where's your shop?
Give them the details of South Philly.
Yeah. Well, your shop's in West Philly.
West Philly, sorry. Yeah, West Philly.
Yeah, because you guys all kind of live in West Philly. It's like, ugh. He's like, it's like I can do that, but that's the JFK's territory. It's gonna cost you a little bit more because if I get caught selling over there, I'm gonna be in trouble.
The JFK's territory. Come on, is anybody worried about the JFK's? Come on.
I am.
Why are you worried about the JFK's?
Because they will cut my face off and send me to Cuba.
Cutting your face off and sending you to Cuba. That is like, okay, look, that's a little bit, that's like, they're not gonna do that much. I don't even think people can go to Cuba anymore. Okay, fine. How much is it gonna run me?
Would you like to use trading?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go with trading, I guess. This isn't gonna go too great. 9.
Okay then. So he's like 50 doses a month, and you can see he's like running the calculations in his head. Like, well, it's like to bring it to you, I'm handling all the transportation, security to West Philly. So that's gonna run you about 4,000 eddies a month.
Get fucked, Buffner. Come on.
Look, I've got transport costs, I've got hazard costs, plus the drug costs as he counts them all off.
You know what? I'd be better off going and just sitting on Rhino's horn over there. I think I'd, you know.
I mean, you.
I'd be getting
try
less.
that.
I'm getting less fucked than what I'm getting fucked right now. You know.
It's like you could. I mean, you're more than welcome to. I don't know if she's into that, but
I'm better off fucking with the JFKs. Maybe they'll cut off my face. Maybe I
I
might.
mean, they are in control of the drug trade in West Philly. So yeah, probably.
Okay. How much black lace do you have on you right now?
It's like right now.
Yeah, right now.
I've got another 100 doses to sell.
Jesus fucking Christ, mate. All right. Give me 5.
He just kind of looks in shock after all that like big drug talk, and you're like, "Give me 5." He's just like, "Really?"
Yeah,
All
fucking really. Like, you gotta come over here and you gotta try to get it push 4,000 eddies to get it transported on a monthly, but we're talking wholesale here, mate. We're talking bulk buying. And you're over here like, I gotta deal with the JFKs. You are the, you know what I'll tell you? You know, I'm not gonna say this. I'm trying to have business.
I was like, "So you want these?" I was like, "So you want these drugs or not?"
Nah, I'll take it. Okay, how much for 5?
He's like, "I'll sell them to you at $250, standard street cost."
All right, here's the credit stick.
All right.
All right.
So he hands you over a little case with 5 inhalers.
Perfect. Thank you. Pleasure doing business with you. Good luck on your big drug talks with everybody else.
Man,
Pleasure doing
master
business
negotiator.
Master Nigga, that guy was trying to fuck me out of my own socks.
All right.
I'd like to see you do better. I'm just saying.
All right. So anybody else have anything they want to do at the night market before we go to break?
I have one thing that. I have something, but it's a bad idea that might go bad, so maybe we should go to break first. I want to, before we leave at some point, try to catch Rhino talking to one of her subordinates, like shortly after the conversation she had with Rose, and just try to like see if I can figure out what they're talking about.
Okay.
A little spying.
Okay.
Some light treason.
A little light treason.
You know,
Excellent.
like treason.
All right. Well, let's take our break. Take our 5-minute break, and then we will come back and jump into that.
Amazing.
And we're back. Thank you all for continuing along on the journey. And when we left, it was Bait wanting to do some light espionage.
Yes. And Bait is going to bring her friend Small Fry along with her if she wants to come along. Just again, not going into a potentially dangerous situation alone. She's smarter than that. Not as smart as Gauze, but smarter than that.
All right. Smallfly, are you going along for the ride?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Anyone else? All right. We'll say this is when Gauze and Mock were off dealing with their scrambler hunt. So yeah, again, you're easily able to track down Rhino.
Mm-hmm.
Are you you're trying to remain hidden?
Yeah.
Not observed?
I don't think it's necessarily a like crouching behind something and peeking out from behind a stall or something like that. More just positioning herself somewhere where it looks like she's talking with someone, or she might even be actually like talking with a vendor. But her cyber eyes are like zooming in on Rhino and her subordinate, basically trying to probably not read the Rhino's lips based on how you described her.
But I have not super hearing, whatever the hell it's called, amplified hearing. How does that work in a noisy area like a market? Can I focus it, or is it a general hubbub?
No, you can choose to focus it in, like to target it in on a specific conversation if you like.
Okay.
I mean, you're able to filter out like background noise. It's kind of just like a human ear, how you're able to try to focus in on some
All right.
conversations.
I wasn't sure if you're going to be like, it's like you just turned on your vampire senses and now everything is way too loud and you're falling and your eardrums are bleeding.
No,
Okay.
not at all. This isn't your first time using your enhanced hearing, so no.
Okay.
Nothing like that. You're used. You know how to work it. Cool. All right, and yeah, but you're you're able to just kind of like hang out. It's an open air market, so you're able to just kind of position yourself. Yeah, you over here, so you see Rhino talking to who you can only imagine are a couple of her subordinates within the animals. Just they're both made up to look like tigers, like with their skin chem shifted to be like orange with the black, orange and white with the black striping in it. And they're just, it's nothing. I mean, it's it's probably incriminating if this wasn't in a if this wasn't a combat zone where they're talking about different things of like extorting local businesses, harassing a rival gang, within the area, turf wars, stuff like that. What are the how are the new members coming along? Those types of things, but nothing that really stands out to you.
Okay. Nothing about the conversation she had with me or with Rose or anything like that.
No. Yeah. Your names don't come up at all.
Okay. So then she is not, or at least if she is suspicious for any reason, it's not enough to be actively doing something about it at the moment. So we're probably okay. That was Bates' main worry.
No,
that she was immediately going to be like, get rid of these guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I had. If she doesn't have a problem with us, I don't have a problem with her.
All right.
For now.
Okay. So is everybody done at the night market?
Indeed.
Yeah. Alrighty.
All right.
So,
go ahead.
Is anybody doing anything else for the evening before the next day rolls around?
Can I just do whatever the Google version of Googling AV freight?
Yeah, you can definitely just use the.
I have a
net.
computer.
Yeah, you can use the net to find information on AV freight. So AV freight, the AV is stands for ArcLight Ventures. AV Freight is a subsidiary company of the parent company ArcLight Ventures. They are known for, what we discussed. They're a shipping company. Yeah, they're a shipping company. They specialize in the transportation and protection of freight, especially high value freight or cargo. Their website, their site tells you that they will, they'll ship anything for the right price.
You can tell me no, but given my character's background in that her parents were also edge runners, is there anyone pictured on the AV website that she recognizes?
No.
No? Okay. Thought I'd ask. Cool. I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, we can roll in next day.
All right. Yep.
8 is going to publish her edition of the establishment,
Okay.
the scream sheet. It's not as anti-animal now after her brief conversation with Renee. But I think it focuses more on. It has some pictures of the ambush that are cropped in a way where you can't quite tell. That you can't tell that the angle was taken from the middle of combat.
Right.
And it's more about what do you call it? Gung-ho gang members breaking from their place. Oh god, I can't think of words. Like loose cannon gang members taking jobs where they shouldn't be, not staying controlled of the gang they belong to.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'll think of the actual term that I was trying to at some point.
All right.
Freelancing. That they're freelancing.
Gotcha.
Nothing bad could come from this.
That's fine.
All right. So, just what was I gonna have? I was gonna have you roll a skill. I'm not gonna worry about it right now.
Okay.
All right. So, you all crash for the evening, wherever you can. So I know. Small Fly kind of crashes wherever. Do the rest of you? Does anybody else have a permanent residence, or are you all crashing wherever? I know. Well, and I know, Gauze, you have a place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm using Cube Hotel.
Okay.
I have an apartment.
Okay. Bait, you're muted.
Sorry. Bait has a studio apartment.
Okay. Do you all go? So that's the $60,000 question. Do you all go to your individual places of residence or cube hotels for the evening, or do you stick together?
I'm going to my individual place. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
don't
go
think there's a
tomorrow.
reason to stick together.
Okay.
Not that we
Alright.
know of at this moment.
Right.
All right. So yeah, you wake up at whatever times you choose to wake up. It's up to you when you decide to meet up with each other. Bait, you do get an answer. You get a notification from your agent. You bring it up, and it tells you that AV Freight is interested in meeting with you based on your email, on your message that you sent to them. You have an appointment today at 11:30 a.m.
Okay. Bait responds to the message, thanking them for their quick reply and saying that she will be there, and then messages everyone else saying, just with the details that it was set up, it's at 11:30. And how's that chloroform coming along, Gauze?
I guess I should make that, shouldn't I?
P.S. How's that chloroform taste?
Damn it. Yeah. Do you want me to go ahead and make a roll for that? I can't remember if you said I need.
No,
to make
you do not need to. You do not need to make a roll.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, it's top notch. Good stuff. Top of the line. Got that scrambler, by the way, and it should be very useful.
Perfect.
You get a kind of excited response from Small Fly. It's like whatever emojis are at this point. It's like
Shit.
an excited explosion with a fly and a heart.
I adore that.
Rose will send a message and be like, talked to the Rhino, Renee, said that they don't put out hits on us or people, but I also lied and told her we were not working for Afu, so you know.
Smallfly and I did some spying, and she didn't really seem to have us on her mind throughout the night, so I think we're okay there.
I'm not sure how much of a human mind she has left, but yeah.
Also fair.
Also fair.
By the way, don't forget to pick up your edition of the Establishment this morning.
I never forget.
Yeah, never forget. Yep. That's us. Never forgetting.
So who amongst you actually has it set to just auto download to your agent?
I got it set to auto download. I'm nice
Oh.
like that.
Like I never forget, but I don't have it.
The numbers look good. It makes Bait happy.
All right. So unless anybody wants to do anything in the morning, up until the meet time, we'll say you all gather together.
Small Fly is going to message Bait separately and
Okay.
just say, so if I'm going in with you, what should I look like?
Oh, yes. Do you have any, why don't you come over here first, and I'll try to get some clothing to help you not stand out.
You think I stand out?
Where we're going, yes. I think you might stand out a little bit. But it's okay. I have lots to choose from.
Okay. Thumbs up emoji, and she shows up at an appropriate time to take care of that. Montage sequence.
You want me to roll, like...
Oh, yeah. Do you
wardrobe?
need us to roll anything?
No, I mean you're just getting ready to go to a meeting.
Okay.
If the montage is cool or not. Gotta roll for that.
Yeah, you
Well,
don't need to
there's
roll
that-
if your montage
yeah.
is cool.
There's the wardrobe and style
Yeah.
still.
I mean, if you would like to make a wardrobe and fashion roll to make a better impression,
I
on
mean,
those who you're going to meet, you are more than welcome to.
I put a lot of points in it, and I got a
Alright.
+2. I wouldn't mind
So
rolling.
go for it. Yeah, you. And don't forget, if you have any fashion wear, like cyber fashion wear, that can add to wardrobe and
Okay.
style.
Do. Well, I have a chem skin, which adds to personal grooming.
Okay. Yeah, I think
Um,
only the light tattoos add to wardrobe
Yeah.
and fashion.
But it's okay, because I have a +12, so I'm sitting pretty good.
That's awesome.
Well, I rolled a 3, but that's a 15.
Yeah, it was like with a +12. Yeah, that's okay. So you spend some time getting ready. Are the rest of you going along?
I think.
Question: am I driving you?
Oh, that's a good question.
Probably. I think the way Bait would try to set it up is have Mock drive her and Smallfly. Smallfly poses as like an assistant. But I think if all of us try to go in, that might raise some red flags.
Yeah.
But I think the idea was that we would go in there and then Smallfly would sneak around. Right?
Or send my drones to like
Right.
stuff.
Alrighty. All right. So you arrive at the security gate. You can see it's got a like metal fencing around it. It looks it's in Port Richmond. It's an industrial facility. Warehouses here, as long, and then you can see a two-story building, which looks to be looks to be the offices.
Mhm.
So you're stopped. You come up to a gate, Mock.
Okay.
You stop. The driver, guard comes out. Like, can I help you? He's got a clipboard.
I lean back and point to Bait.
Guard looks.
It
Can I
nods
help
and
you?
waves.
Can I help you, miss?
She flashes what I guess would pass for press credentials. For someone like her, runs a screen sheet and says, "I have an appointment with." Did I get the name of the person I'm meeting?
Reginald Kingsley.
Reginald Kingsley. Reginald Kingsley and I have a meeting at 11:30. This is my assistant. She'll be joining me as well.
Do your credentials have your name on them? Or does it just say press?
That's a good question.
It's more a
Probably
matter of.
Sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say it's more a matter of if this guy asked you for your name, so he can check you off on the clipboard.
It probably just says press.
Okay, name.
Boy. I didn't give Bait a real name. I was just calling her Bait. All right, hold on 1 second. Sorry.
It's fine. He's not actually there, like tapping the clipboard.
You're trying to remember your own name, huh?
That's all
This isn't suspicious at all.
That's fine. Do perfect. You know what? I love that. Let's go with that. Yeah. Alita Jadel.
Ooh, that's nice.
All right, and you, miss, kind of looking at Smallfly.
Oh, Betty White.
He writes it down.
Oh my god.
All right. It's like plus assistant Betty White. It's like, all right. He hands you 2 badges. Like, clip these on. Don't take them off. You see they're like old style magnetic strip cards.
Yes. Bait clips hers on.
All right, and I just drive on in and park.
All right. So you park. You walk up. Are you staying with the car, Mock?
Yeah, I'm staying with the car.
Okay. So you pull up. You walk over to the entrance to the office. You see a woman standing there. It's like, yes. You're the reporter here for Mr. Kingsley?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and you are?
Her assistant.
Very well. It's like, follow me. It's like, please don't take the badges off while you're inside the facility. And please observe the walk where the lines are. Please don't deviate from the halls.
Of course.
And as you get inside, like, the first thing you notice when you pass through the doors is 2 armed and armored security officers.
Mhm.
Which seems a little odd for a shipping facility office, but so she leads you up to a conference room. She's like, if you would please wait here. Mr. Kingsley will be right with you. Thank you very much.
We'll be waiting patiently.
All right. So you're waiting. What are you doing? You're both sitting in this conference room right now.
Yeah, like under the guise of, I guess, kind of hopping around trying to adjust one of her shoes, Smallfly is looking around to see if she notices any security cameras or anything like that, what might be watching them, or something she would need to be aware of if she was trying to scope out, like pick off one of her drones and send it off to do something.
Give me a perception roll.
Okay, I rolled a 7 and my perception lives somewhere on my sheet.
Under awareness skills. at the top of the first column.
Okay.
of the character
For
sheet.
7 plus 9,
Okay.
which is
So-
16.
Yep. You're looking around. There don't seem to be any cameras in this room.
That feels a little weird.
Is there anything laid out on his desk?
We're in a conference room.
Yeah, this is a conference room, so it's just
Oh, right.
like a
Sorry.
larger table, nice chairs.
Okay. I think Bait is going to set the case of food that they brought for him.
Okay.
The strawberries and the cherry tomatoes. She's going to set them on the table so they're there when he walks in.
Okay.
And then she's going to check the chloroform in her bag, make sure it's there,
Okay. It's still there.
and
Check the chloroform.
yeah, that's called establishing
Yeah.
establishing the presence.
Yep.
For when we need it later.
Establishing the
As
presence
Mickey
of
Mouse
the
would say,
chloroform.
this is a
Yeah.
secret tool that will help us later.
Oh
Yes.
God.
It's the mystery mouse tool.
Yeah.
Under the guise of scratching her face, she's going to just sort of send off one of her drones
Okay.
to find, like, one, see if it can get out of the room safely. And if it can, find something to hack and get them some information.
So yeah, it's it goes under the door. There's before it goes out, it kind of checks. There's nothing there, so you send it on its merry way.
Yeah.
So just a few seconds later, the door opens. You can see it's a well-dressed man. It's like, good day.
Bait stands up when he walks in and says, Mr. Kingsley, wonderful to meet you. I'm Alita Jadel. This is my assistant. It's White.
Wonderful to meet you, Miss Jadel. Or should I call you Bait? As he sits
Excuse me?
down. It's like, well, Bait? It's like, you didn't think I would take a meeting without knowing who I'm meeting with.
Bait moves to slowly sit down. And, oh boy, let me see what I have here. Just immediately pulls out the chloroform.
Please no.
No. Yeah, okay. She's just going to smile and say, well, I appreciate someone who can do their due diligence.
Like, I'm a huge fan of the Disestablishment. That's why I agreed to this meeting. I was like, so how can I help you?
I'm glad to hear it. Well, I wanted to do a small story on AV Fright.
Really?
Yes.
I guess, pardon me for asking, but for what
Well, we're
measure?
trying-
What measure?
We're trying to branch out a little bit. Based on reader feedback, we feel that we've been a little too hyper-focused on one subject. So we're trying to branch out, draw in more readers. We're still a small publication, although I'm very happy to hear that you are a reader and a fan at that. But, we're trying to branch out a little bit, expand our horizons, add some other aspects to our little scream sheet. Namely, this story is really just for a business section that we're trying to
Business
throw out
section.
there for people.
Interesting. Seems a strange way to go with your publication.
Well, like I
But-
said, we're trying it out. I can't make any promises if it'll take or not. Obviously, if it doesn't garner new readership, we'll move on to a different idea. But for now, it seemed like a good place to start. And what better place to start with than a business such as yours?
Give me a persuasion roll.
I would love to. Dang. I'm rolling a lot of 3s today. That's a 14.
Okay.
Wait, do I have bonuses to persuasion? I don't think I do. No,
Well,
that's something else I'm thinking of.
well, hopefully it works out for you. So what exactly did you want to do a story on?
And at that point, Bait will start because I don't know anything about shipping companies,
Mhm.
but I'm sure Bait did research so that she can cover herself well enough, or I guess depending on if you have me roll a die, but she'll ask very very generalized and vague questions just about how AV Fright operates. Nothing too invasive at first, at least. Trying to basically continue to sell this cover story and make it seem like a legit, just a legitimate interview while Smallfly's drones get to work.
Okay. Give me a conversation roll.
Sure. Conversation. There we go. 16.
Okay. So, yeah. He seems very taken in
Mhm.
by your questions, and yeah, it's like, oh yes. He's like, well, I must say we're quite flattered that you wanted to do a story on us. He's like, here AV Freight, we provide the highest level of shipping and protection for our clients' goods, as well as well-being. Should we be handling transport of clientele and not just their goods?
Oh, interesting. I
Yeah.
wasn't aware that you transported people as well.
For certain high-level clientele,
Mhm.
we will provide what one would call security services for them and transport them from their to their destination safely and securely.
And about how often does a client like that come along for you?
So far this year, I think we've only had 3. So those types of services come at quite the premium cost, and
Sure,
it's not.
sure.
And a lot of companies, especially the higher mega corporations, they have their own security to handle those types of needs. Um,
Oh, so then I suppose those aren't the typical clients who would hire you to do a job like that. What if you don't mind saying, what sort of clients typically hire you for something like that?
um, I mean, wealthier clientele usually shipping something like a vehicle from that they don't want to move from one place to another. Um, Precious metals, things of those nature, like things that necessarily can't just be transported by arrow. Things that are too heavy. We still do maintain a fleet of ground transportation for those types of things.
Oh, of course. So whenever a job like that comes along, I assume you have to, break out the big caravans, as it were.
Oh yes, yeah. It's like as well, like we disclosed, we on our website we do maintain a fleet of armored cargo trucks, and we'll provide additional security, both physical and drone, for
Drones.
high value cargo. Well, that is the standard,
Oh no,
and
of course.
we do the very utmost to maintain the highest level of standard.
I'm very happy to hear that, as I'm sure your clients are as well, Mr. Kingsley. Nope.
Yes,
Was that it, Mr. Kingsley?
yeah, it's Mr.
Okay,
Kingsley.
great. I said that without looking at my notes and panic for a second. Mr. Kingsley. Bait got it right.
Yep.
Um, hmm. Well, out of character, I feel like I just got some pretty good information out of that without even having to pry. Now I'm trying to figure out what I could get by prying.
All right. So
Um,
while you're
yeah.
thinking of that, let's move to Small Fly.
Dun,
So
dun, 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 dun,
so
dun.
you've got your little drone
Yeah.
kind of moving through. I'm not gonna. Yeah, this is basic work. No need to make any
Yeah.
kind of piloting checks for this thing. Um, so you've like gone in and out of a couple rooms. Nothing of import. Um, but you get to a third room when you're kind of doing this. Actually, can you give me a stealth check?
18.
Okay. So you do this well enough that you don't raise any suspicion with Mr. Kingsley as Bait is conversing with him.
Yeah, I assume that I'm manipulating my drone like on whatever pad I'm using to take notes.
Mm-hmm. So you get into another room and you see it is a what looks like a records room. So unfortunately, it looks as you've gone through this facility, one of the things that has stood out to you is that this entire facility seems to be analog. Like, so you're looking at the records room, it is all boxes and filing cabinets.
That's a pain in the butt. However, on the premise that since this is a new assignment, like it's happening in the next couple of days, it will be a more recent record. So she's going to at least try to have it find that box. And then because I have my brain dance recorder going, hopefully if it sees something, I'll at least remember it, even if I can't like read it at the time, and I can go back and look at it.
Okay. So you just know this from experience that anything recent would more likely be in the filing cabinets versus like the records that are in boxes are probably older
Okay.
records.
Yes.
You are able to locate, your drone is able to locate like shipping records with a recent date that would be where you would see these records. Unfortunately, your drone isn't able to open the filing cabinet.
Yes, not that type of drone. But I know where it is.
Yes, but you do know where it is in the facility and where to find it once you get in that room.
Okay, that's good. And I'll just have it continue to scope out the rest of the building as we're here, because why not?
Yep. All right, back to Bait.
Yeah, so I think as those questions start to wind down, Bait just kind of like leans forward in her seat, just with a very, or at least an attempt at a very charming smile. Yeah.
Sorry. Is there a way for me to surreptitiously message Bait? Just be like, ask about their filing system.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that from your pad, or you can do that from your agent. Like you could, because you're still taking notes, so you're easily able to message. And Bait, your agent is internal, so it just pops up as a readout inside, on your eye.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, so in that case, Bait still does the same thing, leans forward, just tries to give a charming, easy smile, and says, so I'm curious how a company as prominent and as prominent as yours, and one that services such important individuals, keeps track of it all. Like, I can't imagine it must be easy to keep records of everything and have everything accounted for.
Yes, it is not easy to take care of, but unfortunately, I'm not able to discuss with you our filing system. It is proprietary.
Okay. No, of course, I understand certain things have to be confidential. You say, so I don't think he technically implied this, but Bait is going to try to act as if he did. So you say filing system though. That almost sounds like um, you keep things analog, but that can't possibly be right.
Hmm. You are quite perceptive, Miss Bate. It's like that is one step we take to. Well, I can't really say anymore.
Sure, sure. Much easier to, or much more difficult for most people who would be trying to obtain that information and are so used to obtaining it digitally. Would be much more difficult for them. It's smart. It's a smart move. I'm very impressed.
Thank you. I wish I could take credit for it, but unfortunately, was not my idea.
Whose idea was it?
Corporates?
Sure.
Is somebody higher up on the food chain than me.
Um, in that case, I think I just have one more question for you, Mr. Kingsley.
Certainly.
And this may or may not be something you're able to talk about, but I'm very curious. Is there anything that you and your company have been very excited about recently to be able to do for someone?
Unfortunately, I would love to tell you more. Unfortunately, I am not able to discuss client-specific information.
That's understandable. Even if it was off the record, and like I think her eyes, which were like recording, like probably noticeably because she's there for this interview, just like dim as she does like stop recording everything. Just
Unfortunately,
between friends, and she like kind of like her eyes glance down at the strawberries and the tomato.
like it's like, well, I wouldn't say that we're friends. At least not yet. It's like, but unfortunately, I do have another appointment coming. However, I'm going out of town for a few days. But when I get back, I'd love to discuss more with you.
I am squinting. Bate does not squint. Bate smiles and says, "I would love that, Mr. Kingsley. Absolutely. Let's catch up when you get back into town."
Thank you. So I will have my assistant get your information.
Of course.
And it's like, well, it's been a wonderful meeting you and you. And he nods to Small Fly. Like, I wish I could stay, but I do have to go. And you see, he looks at a watch, and it's an old, like wristwatch.
Mhm.
He's like, all right. I'm sure my assistant will see you out.
Absolutely. Miss White, and Bate will stand up.
He stands at that point. He moves to the door, opens it.
And she'll follow.
And you can see his assistant standing there at the door, like just waiting for you.
Yeah, I want to leave my drone in the room with the file.
Okay. Yep. So you guys are let out.
And the information that Bate gives his assistant is one of her disposable cell phones that she can toss if she needs to, if this gets too much.
Okay. All right. So yeah. Mock, were you doing anything while they were inside?
No, I was just sitting in the car playing with my my tool hand.
Okay, cool. Sitting in the car playing with your tool hand. Got it. All right. So where do you go after this?
I guess to meet up with everybody else.
Okay. And Gauze and Rose, did you have anything that you want to do? That probably took about an hour in game time between all the conversation that you had and the drone exploring. So just want to check in with Gauze and Rose. Is there anything you wanted to just do in that, more or less downtime for your characters?
Gauze is just going to just waiting. He's not gonna try to approach anybody or anything like that, but he is going to try and like mirror the movements of anybody in the JFK. Anybody
Okay.
JFK is just in the neighborhood. Just try to see like where they usually post up, things of that nature. Just to see.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, I mean, they're not secretive. They're a well-known booster gang within West Philly. They are a gang that likes to model himself after historical personality. In this case, John F. Kennedy.
Okay.
And throughout the day, like throughout the time you're tailing them, you see like old JFK dressed in a suit. You see like young JFK in casual wear, like all different ages of JFK. So yeah, you're easily able to see like what their territory is and where they kind of post up.
That will be a tool that will be helpful for me later. And that's all I've got.
All right. Rose?
Rose probably would have, while she's waiting, she probably has like a notebook somewhere where she's just been writing song lyrics that are not cohesive to make a song, but just scribbling things. So that's probably what she's doing while she's waiting.
Cool. All right. So we'll say that you all gather up.
All right.
Where did you want to meet? You want to meet back at Club 80?
I guess Club 80 would be good,
Yeah.
unless they want to meet at my office. Yeah. Other than that.
I mean, Club
Club 80
80,
is a good
it's
place to spend
daytime. It's daytime. It's closed, but you do have access to the meeting room.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I think since we're working for Afu or Tug, he would be at least interested in making sure that we keep some security about what we're doing.
All right. So yeah, you are able to access the conference room at Club 80. You aren't able to access the club, but you do have the code to get into the conference room. And Tug keeps the fridge stocked with food and beverages.
This small fly eats and vents about how much she hates people who are hooked on analog.
Is that pertaining?
Unfortunately, yeah. His bait
The
grabs
files?
drink from the fridge.
The files are in a. Can I curse?
Yeah, of course you
I
can.
hope so.
Like on stream, yes. I gave a language warning.
Yeah, I've said fuck at least 15
I thought I
times.
should have.
Same.
I couldn't remember. The files, and she slams like whatever food she grabbed out of the fridge on the table, are in a fucking folder. They're in a fucking physical folder, in a filing cabinet. Fuck.
Okay.
Something about keeping their information more safe.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I know exactly where it is. I left my drone there for like when we break in to get it, but I can't do shit about it.
That said, we were able to get some useful information from Mr. Kingsley. Turns out that not only does AV Freight transport goods, they also sometimes transport clientele themselves. Sometimes if they're trying to get some sort of precious metals or a very nice car across the way. What's more interesting is what they break out for transports like this, which, to be honest, from the sounds of it, kind of sounds like what we're being asked to intercept. And she goes into detail. Fleet of armored cargoes, extra security than normal drones, whole 9 yards for this sort of thing, it seems.
So I'm really glad you picked up that scrambler. That will be really helpful for their drones.
Yes, thank you so much, Gauze. That was very smart thinking.
Yeah, that'll come in just in handy and everything like that. And I think I've got it all set up and ready to go for when the big moment needs to happen. Isn't that right, Mark?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did the thing.
But yeah,
The thing
no.
was done.
Yep. We got it taken care of. No worries. Now, do you think maybe do you think maybe potentially that the chloroform could have been useful in sneaking into that records room to grab the record? Yeah.
There were
There were two
odd amount
armored
of security.
There was a lot of physical security.
No
Yeah.
cameras, which makes sense because of the whole analog thing they had. He had a watch on, like a watch with hands that ticked.
Yeah, Smallfly, you did see, as your drone went through the building, you did see more security guards.
Yeah, there were security, like physical security.
Mhm.
So there weren't cameras, so I wouldn't have been able to like hack in and view their security, but I can at least tell us where they were posted while we were there.
All right. Well, that seems like it's going to be a bit of a shitstorm to wade through. All right. Well, we got two options. We can break in, take the files. That'll help us out. Or we can just fly into a convoy blind.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I would rather know what we're getting into. The good news is that the person who saw us, Reginald, is going to be out of town shortly. So that'll
And he
give us
wants
a
to
window for
sneak
someone
in
to
when
look.
he gets back.
Yep, he sure does. He sure does.
Look at you netting a corp.
Fucking
On one hand,
corvus.
it might be a useful contact to have if this doesn't go completely belly up, I guess. Otherwise, there are lots of disposable phones where this one came from.
Yeah. But the thing I am concerned about, he's going to be out of town for a few days. The thing is coming in 3 days, 2 now. What if he's going out to assist? Just a thought.
He could be. You don't think he was suspicious, do you? I felt like I did a pretty good job.
You did a very good job. It helped that he was a fan of your work.
Very
That's what he
much.
claimed, at least.
All right, well, this seems like a bang-up job, you two. Wonderful. Gratefully done. Yeah, and, next step. So I'm thinking maybe, for our next step here, maybe we get 2 people to sneak in, break into the offices, and then I might get our good friend Mac here, and maybe even Rose, to kind of help kind of stake out the area where they might be going, you know? Think maybe a nice little perimeter search, maybe?
Wait, so you want us to go sneak in now?
I mean, you weren't hoping I was going to sneak in, were you?
Not necessarily. I'm not the oh no, I'm a little stealthy as I check my
Kind of
character sheet.
stealthy.
No, I can do that. I can sneak. Sure.
Were there... So we noted the internal security. Was there external security?
Just more guards that you saw, like the gate guard, the fence. Like the fence isn't like metal bar fence. It is like a metal plating around the facility fence with gates sparse throughout to let the trucks in and out. But every gate has a guard facility with at least one guard you saw at the actual gates.
Did there happen to be a window in the records room?
Roll luck. Give me a D10 plus luck.
15.
There was no window, but there was a skylight. Which technically window, but
Okay, so I do think that we need to break in and get the record, but we should be ready to move soon after that, because if they find out we broke in, it's blown. They'll figure out what record was missing or that we've looked at, and we'll have to move fast.
Yes. Well, we can. If I'm in there, in the filing system, I can take a quick scan of the documents so we can put them back like we were never there.
Okay, good.
Well, and that's you realize, Small Fly, that's one of the downsides to analog. Is that it's really hard to know if anybody actually looked at something as long as it's still there.
I still hate it.
But yes, it does make it a lot harder to steal. Unless you're on site.
Yeah.
If we had time, we could get hired and infiltrate and do that stuff. We don't.
No, not unless Rose is a good interviewer.
All right, well, I think it's decided then, hey? Yeah?
Yeah.
You gotta go get your drone. And, you're pretty sneaky. You got this, right?
Sure. And I think Bait, she has what do you call it? The tech hair.
Yeah.
So it can always change colors. Typically it is like this is it's just a bunch of different colors at once. And she just turns it just completely black, so it's very boring and nondescript. And says, "They'll never see us coming."
Perfect.
I should find a spot to stash the vehicle.
Yes. We should find a spot to stash the vehicle, exactly. I'm gonna get on my agent, I'm looking at something, and I'm just gonna message Mark and be like, we've gotta find a goddamn scanner. A scrambler.
You right.
I've roped Mock into this now. And
Mock, you know that you could probably slap one together fairly easily.
Yeah. No, that's why I'm playing with them.
Yeah, you have the parts at your shop. You can definitely slap that together pretty easily.
Yeah, me and Rose here and Mark will go ahead and stash the vehicle, and we'll scout the area and make sure there's we got kill boxes set up and everything like that.
Sure.
Perfect.
Sounds perfect.
Sounds like a plan. All right.
Also, Gauze, another option you have is, since this is a job, you could also go to your fixer.
Yeah.
For something like that if you needed it.
Yeah, he's just trying to think of a way to not incriminate himself in the fact that he used money to buy drugs for himself.
All right. All right. So who the scouting part? You're scouting the facility.
Yeah.
Stashing the vehicle. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys, I'm assuming you're doing this under the cover of night.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I figured. But... All right. So everybody that's scouting the facility, go ahead and give me perception checks.
All right.
Now, I do have a teleoptic eye.
Okay.
That
will help you.
Yeah, that allows me to see... Let me clarify. Oh, no, it's not teleoptic, it's micro-optics. Never mind.
Okay.
Micro-optics just let me... It's microscope.
Yeah, micro... Yeah, I was like, that'll help you with the surgeries and stuff.
Yeah.
I got a 16.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Okay.
Is there any benefits for rolling a 10? Because I did. And that's a 19.
Okay. So you all notice, you're all able to make out, the guards, there's 2 guards at each gate, at the gatehouse, one standing, outside, one just kind of looking at something in the gate.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also patrols. It seems that they have some sort of, parapet or walkway on the inside, as you can see patrols of 2 walking about every 20 minutes. You'll catch another one. So there's probably like, about a 20-minute window, which is pretty good. Mock, because you were here earlier today, like this wasn't the security presence earlier during the day. So it seems that they up security at night.
Yeah.
Gauze, what did you roll total? 19? You said?
Yeah, 19. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's what the 3 of you can make out.
Okay. Cool.
Go ahead and relay that back to relay that to the other 2.
All right. And Bait and Smallfly, what are you doing?
Do we want to borrow Mock's grapple gun? Will Mock let us borrow his grapple gun?
Yeah, go ahead. You got it.
I was gonna say, if that's something you want to do, you would have already, like, we'll say you already thought about that before they headed out to do the scout.
Absolutely.
Cool. Once we're on premises, I'm just gonna, the drone that I left in the filing room, I just want it to sort of go around and make sure that there's no one directly outside of the room we're going to break into or in it. Like if they have like someone actually sitting in the room watching the files. She wants.
Okay. There's nobody in the room itself. Outside, there's nobody directly outside the room. But there is a security officer kind of walking that area.
We still have.
It only takes him about 5 minutes to as you time it, about 5 minutes to walk his beat around.
Okay.
Well, if we're able to go in and back out through the skylight, he'll never see us. We just need to make sure we have a way to open it without it being broken.
Can I have my drone fly up? Or can I have said that in the intermittent time I have my drone, before we try to break in, I have my drone fly up and look at the window to figure out the best way for us to try to break in without causing a ruckus.
So once you got closer to the building, you were able to power up the drone.
Yes.
Basically, in a situation like that, you would have put it into, like, hit it and put it into sleep mode, because you'll lose connection with it after you go so far away.
Yes.
But yeah, once you get closer to the facility, you are able to like wake it up. It can go up and it can see it. You can see the window. It doesn't appear to have any sort of latches on the inside or any way to open it.
Is there like a weather stripping or something around the skylight that we might be able to work a tool into to like pry it away that way?
The drone can't see any of the drone's inside, so all it can see is like the building. There's no weather stripping or anything like that.
Okay, cool. Okay. I hate windows.
Yeah, we may have to create a hole in the skylight anyway and hope no one noticed. I mean, even if they know that someone broke in, as long as we don't actually take the file, they won't know what's being looked for. They won't know what's being targeted.
Increased security on any of their shipments could be a pain in the butt.
That's true.
So let's go up, take a look at the window, and do what we can. We break it if we have to, but hopefully we come up with something else.
Okay. So give me a stealth check. Both Smallfly and Bait.
Oh, I rolled a 1. That's an 11.
Okay.
18.
All right. So with the information that was provided to you from the observation team, you're able to use the grapple gun to get up and over the wall as far as you can tell, without raising any alarms. That 20-minute window gives you ample time to get in. So you head to the building. As you get inside, you can see there is an inner patrol, like around the actual building itself. But you also are able to avoid those. So you make it to where you think you could grapple up to the window. So I'm going to ask for a handgun roll from whoever is using the grappling gun at this point.
What is your handgun?
I have a +10 to that.
I have 11.
Ooh.
So
You wanna
I'm
go
one,
first?
I'm one better.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
18.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to find a spot where it's not going to make a lot of noise when it connects. And then I'm going to say you get up the wall.
Cool.
And you find yourself on top of the second floor of the offices. Give me stealth checks. Both of you.
That's much better. That's an 18.
Okay.
15.
Okay. All right. So as you ascend and you start like climbing over up onto the fence, as you move over to the skylight, you see now they didn't seem to notice you. You can see snipers in 4 corners of the building. Clearly, the observation team did not notice these. But since they are looking out and not in, you haven't raised any alarm or suspicion from these guys.
Bait sends a quick message to Rose, Gauze, and Mock saying there's fucking snipers. Watch out.
Yeah, like
Oh,
there's
shit.
there's an angry fly emoji.
Bait sends a picture. Bait sends a zoomed in picture of a sniper.
And Small Fly just sends like a middle finger emoji. Or 3.
All right. So you're at the skylight, and you can see that something that the drone couldn't see from inside is there are 4 heavy screws holding this down at each corner. That you can, at that point, Small Fly, that you can take those screws out and lift it up.
Yeah,
you just
I
want
have
to be
my
really
tech
quiet when doing it because there
Yeah.
are snipers on the roof.
Yeah.
I also have a tech tool, so Bait can help get 2 of them while Small Fly gets 2.
Excellent.
Sounds good.
Okay. So no roll required to open the skylight, but I am going to ask for one more stealth check to do this quietly.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I can use duct tape to hold on to it, and I don't think I can. Duct tape is great for a lot of things. This is not one of them.
You want to use duct tape to hold on to the
Reverse
skylight?
reverse the side, and wrap it around your hands.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's going to be strong.
Duct tape is pretty damn strong.
I can try that. It might help. It's probably going to be at least offer a little more grip than just my hand.
Yeah. And we'll say this is 2047 duct tape. So there have been improvements.
There have been improvements to the duct tape.
Yeah.
Sure.
Amazing.
Duct tape is
I got
actually-
a 17.
All right. So you got a 17 on your stealth check. Small Fly.
Well, I rolled a 10, and so 20.
All right.
Oh,
Excellent.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
might.
You go slowly to remove the screws, and you're able to, using the duct tape, you're able to use it to get a better grip, so it doesn't slide out of your hands, and you just kind of pick it up and slowly and gently set it down, and you have now opened a way into the filing room.
Great. And then
Climb down.
we just use the grappling gun. Like, we don't shoot it into the room, but we like hang it on the window frame and like use the rope to get in.
Yep,
Just
no
grapple
problem.
the file cabinet out of the skylight.
That would be noisy. It'd be cool, but it would be noisy. But style over substance.
Oh god.
I don't recommend that though.
I'm gonna pass on that until we have to do it.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you're easily able to get into the room. It's not a far drop, maybe 10 feet. Like, you could literally just hang over the edge and drop down if you wanted to. But so yeah, using the grapple gun, you're able to get down in there, and there's your drone and the filing cabinet.
Bait sends a quick message to the scouting team that they are inside.
Yeah. And Small Fly goes right up to the file, grabs it, and opens it up so that we can start recording whatever's in it and get out of here.
And Bait
So-
activates her cyber eyes.
The cabinet is locked, but you're easily able to buy. It's just a old style mechanical lock. You're able to get past it very easily.
High lock picks, yeah.
Observation team, what are you doing?
Gauze.
Well, now that
Go ahead.
well, now that there's we were informed that there were snipers. Rose is kind of like watching the roof just to be like, let's make sure they get out safe. Like,
Mock and Gauze, what are you doing?
I'm sitting in the car.
Gauze is gonna lean over to Rose and go, so Rose, tell me, if one needed to get you have connections with people that do like music and stuff like that, right?
yes.
So let's say that you were doing a show, all right? You're doing your show, all right? You're doing your show, your middle performance, and you want to make sure that people focus on your performance. So you want to keep them from looking at their agents, right? So you want to have like a scrambler of sorts, you know? If you were to get one of those like real quick, where do you think you would go?
Goss, did you not get the scrambler, buddy? Did you not get it?
Oh, whoa now.
I mean, you're asking me if I know where to get one. I'm assuming that you didn't get it.
Let's just okay. So I got the scrambler. All right, I got the scrambler, Rose, and okay. So my neighbor just got a new cat. All right, it's like a robo cat because we don't have like animals around here because they're all kind of got irradiated and everything like that. In like the Third Corpo War. So the cat snuck into my window because my storage unit. I put a window in there because I like a nice breeze. Sometimes, especially when it gets really hot outside, I like to have a nice breeze. And the cat snuck in and knocked the scramble off my desk, and so now I have to get a new scrambler. I gotta fix the scrambler. But I'm not like really like tech savvy. And Mac's really busy, and so
And as he's saying that, I shoot him a message in the agent. Ride with me tonight.
He's gonna look at his agent. He's gonna go, you know what? Never mind, Rose. It's all taken care of. I had a guy message. I really appreciate your expertise. But if you ever know anybody that like keeps those things on hand, just let me know.
I will be sure to do that.
Oh, look, snipers.
Yeah, snipers.
And Gauze is just gonna be ready in case like they sound off if there's an issue or anything like that to cause a distraction.
All right. Rose, give me a perception check. You were paying attention to the sniper, like where the snipers are, while Gauze was giving you this spiel.
15.
15. Okay. Yeah. So as you're looking, it's really hard, but you can see that they are at least one of them has started to move. And it looks like they're moving towards where the skylight is.
Rose will text Bait and Small Fry and be like, one of them is moving towards the opening of the skylight.
Shit.
All right. So yeah, you get that message as Small Fly is finished, really quickly getting past the lock on the filing cabinet. So you I'm assuming you like tear it open because you're so pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you tear it open and it just clangs as the drawer extends all the way out, and it to you two it sounds like just this huge echo throughout this really quiet building.
Shit. Okay. possibly new plan, we just take everything, and then they'll never know what was taken.
Not.
So you grab a file, like a manila envelope, like a manila folder, and you look at it, but what's inside is an electronic data pad.
Fuck them.
Fuck.
Fuck them
What the
every which way. I hate them.
Fucking analog, motherfucker. Just a fucking liar. Just a fucking liar. Okay,
All right.
fuck.
Well, we grab the data pad that we. Well, then fine. We just
grab a bunch of data pads. Yep,
We'll sell that information.
yep. Grab more. We grab a bunch of data pads so they don't know what we're taking. They don't know what we're interested in.
I mean, you do have memory chips. At least I know Smallfly does. You could copy the data off the data pad.
Fuck them. I'm back.
Okay.
And then I message Gauze and I say, "Hey, ready a flashbang."
Oh, fuck me. All right.
So yeah, you just grab. Roll a d6.
No. You're right. I should be smart about
I mean,
this.
it's up to you. I'm just pointing it out.
No, you're right. If we have time, I'll upload.
I don't know
The
if we
thing.
do have time because the
Do we?
sniper's headed
I'm
towards
trying to
us.
figure out if we have time or not.
That is
A
entirely a decision that the group has to make,
Ugh.
especially the two of you, because you're there.
Yeah, a sniper is walking towards us and the skylight has been removed. I don't know if we
So
have a lot
either
of
you
time.
should back up, put the window kind of back in place, and then hide while I finish doing this, or we grab everything.
We also just made a very loud noise.
Let's just grab everything.
So you're not able to carry. I mean, there's a lot of manila folders in this cabinet. So you grab a handful. And what do you do now?
Book it.
Try to
All right.
sneak
Which
out
way?
here.
Yeah.
I was
Probably.
like, do
probably.
you head back up the skylight?
Can I send out my drone to see if there's anyone directly outside the hallway?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, you easily get out there. No.
All right.
There's nobody in the hallway. The hallway stretches out kind of like this from the door.
Okay. Then what I think we should do is just use my drone to scout. They don't have cameras, so use my drone to scout ahead.
Are you going out the skylight?
I don't think what
Or are
I
you taking the door?
I think we should take the door and use my drone to scout ahead.
Yeah, I think that's a good
And try
idea.
to sneak out the front.
Okay.
Mhm.
Each
I
of
don't
you,
like their faces though. I
each
don't
of
like
you
their
give
faces.
me intelligence checks.
All of us?
Is that your way of telling me this is an awful idea?
I'm sorry, just bait and small fly.
We're just adding our intelligence.
Yeah,
Nothing
add
else.
your intelligence.
17.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
No, 13.
Okay. One of the things, since you were both here earlier, you both remember that there were guards posted in the lobby.
Fuck yeah. All right, skylight. It's got a good
Yep.
skylight.
Skylight.
Fuck it.
We can outrun snipers, right?
You
go.
might be able to outrun snipers, but I don't think you're fast enough to outrun their bullets.
It's all right. Gauze got something that ails you.
All
Is
right,
it a
so
scrambler?
you give me stealth checks as you're crawling up the. Let me ask this: Are you attempting to be stealthy as you climb out of here?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so still.
Okay. All right, so give me stealth checks.
I rolled a 10, so that's a 20.
Nice.
20.
All right. So yeah, you guys are able to make it up out of the skylight quiet. You put the do you put the skylight back?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you do that nice and quiet. And you hear a door close. But it didn't sound like it came from inside. It came from out here. Like you hear a door close.
Like on the roof?
Yeah.
Okay.
I turn in the direction of the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's
I
yeah. From where you are, like the ledge is here.
Uh-huh.
Like where you got the roof you're on is here. It drops down a bit. So because you're outside, it's hard to pinpoint where it came from. But Smallfly, you do have your amplified hearing.
Mhm.
So it came from below you. So it's probably on the roof below you where the snipers are.
Oh fuck me.
Well, first off, I make sure that all of like my fun fashion camouflage things are making me look as much like the roof as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I will go under the like. You are intelligent edge runners, so I'm gonna take it for granted. Yeah, I'll take it on.
Take
faith
it for
that-
granted that was happening. Cool.
Yeah, that you guys were doing that stuff.
Right. Awesome. And then I guess we just kind of have to stay still until they're gone.
You figure
Sure.
they are probably not moving from their posts.
Message our other buddies. Say, can you make a distraction?
Oh. Already 3 steps ahead of you there, love.
Middle finger.
I'm gonna take.
Sniper.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. And just to clarify, you guys don't have to like type. You can sub vocalize
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and get with your earpieces and your little mics, you can like sub vocalize to be able to talk to each other.
I'm still sending angry emojis.
All right.
I know you just like to send the angry emojis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab one of the flashbangs. Is there a car nearby?
Only the one you brought.
Fuck me. All right. Is there there's like a garbage, like a dumpster or something like that? That's like near like the front gate of this place.
No.
Fuck.
It's pretty clear. They're not. Whoever's running the show here is not unintelligent. They have taken precautions to limit distractions around here.
They're some fucking motherfuckers, aren't they? Okay, I'm gonna take this flashbang, and he's gonna like roll it in between his hands. He's gonna go. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go towards like the wall or the fence that's towards the front door.
Okay.
He's gonna say, "Good for health," and then pull the pin, and he's gonna toss the flashbang towards the front door.
Towards the front gate.
The front gate, yeah. So it's like lobby and stuff like that. He's gonna cause some fucking ruckus, and he's just gonna yell. Corpo pigs could suck my ass.
Just give me an athletics check to see if you get it there.
Hell yeah. Let's go. That is a 16.
Okay, yeah, you're easily able to get it right where you want it for maximum effect. Yeah, and you can all hear that like bang. You see the flash, and immediately the whole place like goes alert. You see
Let's
lights.
fucking go.
Yeah, lights that you didn't see before, like on the building, like spotlights, kind of start moving around and sweeping the areas, and then a bunch of them from the front of the building focus in on the front gate area, as well as the 2 guards are moving in that direction.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Yeah, give me stealth checks, you two.
17.
19.
All right, yeah. You're able to move out without getting spotted, since you have Mock's grapple gun. Again, up and over. It looks like most of the guards have actually moved to that direction. So, yeah, you're able to hop the wall and meet up with the rest of the team.
Go.
Let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here.
So, Mock, you pull away.
yep, we outie.
All right.
Fucking hate them. Oh, before we like leave, I just want to make sure we didn't pick up any bugs somehow while we were in there.
The only thing you think might be bugged, or that would be traceable, are the data pads,
Yeah.
which
So
are about the size of like an iPad.
yeah. Oh, and I took my drone with me. I don't know if you need me to say that or not, but I
Yeah, I make the assumption that you take
Yeah.
your drones with
No,
you.
and she's just sort of like holding. It's like it's okay. You're home with mommy now, and she puts it back in her face.
Oh my god.
We can start downloading the data pads. We can download all the data pads and sell the other information, then toss them at some point down the road,
Yeah.
so they don't track them back to us.
Yes. So
All
we
right.
start doing that.
Okay. So you go to access the data pads, and they are bio-locked.
I fucking hate them.
We're all analog, they said.
Wait, it wasn't.
Fucking
It was.
hell.
It wasn't. It was an analog.
No, it's a
there's
fucking
data
pad.
pads in the
Yeah.
fucking vanilla
You see
envelope
them
in the
holding. You see them
goddamn
holding a
filing
bunch of
cabinet.
data pads.
Oh, that's fucking rich, mate. Come on.
I want to kill all of them slowly.
You
It's
managed to abscond with 10 data pads total out of the filing cabinet.
It's not terrible.
All right, so like, we need to find someone that can fake the whoever's bio thing. Not that we know whose bio signature we need to fake.
I will say that you do have quite brilliant mind and cybertech sitting next to you.
Bait looks at Mock.
Yeah, Mock's totally got this. I agree.
I love it.
and Gauze just shrinks. Just goes.
When that happens, Rose is gonna like pet Gauze on the shoulder and be like, "Better luck next time, buddy."
Just then wait. They're gonna need new fucking hands after the end of this thing, and I'm not gonna give it to them. I'm gonna charge them retail price. They're not gonna get the friends and family discount.
All right, and on that note, as you are driving away into the darkness with these biolock data pads, we are going to say fond farewell for now.
Fond farewell for now.
So thank you all for joining us this evening for the inaugural episode of Displaced to Disorderly, a Cyberpunk Red story. So at this time, I would like to let my players tell you where you can find them and what they've got going on.
All right. I am Derek. I am the Phasing Octopus on Twitter. Well, on Twitter, I'm Phasing Octopus. I am Mock the Tech. You can find me on Twitch at the Phasing Octopus. Everywhere else at the Phasing Octopus. You can listen to my music everywhere at the Phasing Octopus. If you're in the Birmingham area, I will be performing at the Sweet Wreath Halloween like party. So come check it out.
Hello, I'm Lonhee. You can find me at Lonhee10 on Twitter and just Lonhee on Twitch. Next Wednesday, I will be on McStabber Studios Twitch for their game of The Way Home for the holidays. So,
Nice.
hope to see you guys there.
Yeah. And Rosie?
Hi, I am Rosie, regular size mom. You can find me on Twitter at mom_size. And every Thursday and Sunday, you can find me over on Vorpal Tales playing Pathfinder and Cult in part of their Terrifying Tales group. And you can also find myself and Zoe, and I think Wes is in one of the things over on Martlet Games. Check it out. There's going to be some stuff dropping in November. I think Zoe has the dates for one of them. So Zoe and I are both in Psychopomps Incorporated. It's awesome. We are a bunch of Hikata, #Herkata. We investigate ghosts and things, and it's spicy. So I'm excited for everyone to see that. And I'll let someone else talk about the other thing.
Hi, I'm Zoe. I've been Bait the Media. You can find me at Twillick43 on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the social medias. As Rosie said, you can also find me over on Martlet Games for Psychopomps Incorporated, which should be starting very, very soon, where we play wonderful Hikata. I play Nyx the Flesh Eater. It's great. It's a great, great time. And then also the 10 Candles anthology, which I believe Patrick said will be starting on November 1st. I will be in one of those episodes. It's a secret which one, I think. I'm keeping it a secret, at least. And then You can also find me here every other Saturday and in the Carry and Comfort Discord. And next week, which Wes will probably talk about more, we're having the 24-hour fundraiser, and I'll let Wes talk about that.
All right, I'm Dave. I have been the Game Master this evening. You can find me on the Bird app at I go by Twin Dad Tweets. You can catch me over on Vorpal Tales on Tuesday nights for Black Void and Friday nights for Call of Cthulhu. You can also see me here in Carrying Comfort every other Saturday. Our next session will be November 6th for Displaced and Disorderly Episode 2. And then I will pass it off. Actually, before I pass it off to Wes, I just wanted to say a big thank you to all of my players. Without you, I wouldn't be here, and hopefully you all had a wonderful time, and I'm hoping everybody watching also enjoyed themselves this evening. And with that, I will pass it off to Wes.
Hi there, I'm Wes. I am the creative director and founder of Carrying Comfort Studios here, which you're watching right now. Before we get into some announcements here for the stream, just want to say thank you to everybody that's playing tonight. It's a joy to be able to play with you all again for the second time, or also for the first time with Lanhi. So this is great, and I love this game so much. I love Cyberpunk. It's wonderful. I love this genre. Dave, you're killing it so far, and I can't wait to see what more we have in store for this story. You can follow me at Twitter at BrotherXWest down below. You can follow us at Twitter at ComfortCarrion. There are links all around our faces and down below. You can get exclusive access to the Session 0 to this game, and also for all of our future games, if you go and hit up our Patreon. Our Patreon, we have multiple different tiers, including one where you can contribute some NPCs for actual play games. Right now, I'm looking for NPCs for our upcoming Camp Half-Blood game. It is using the Demigod system, created by Jason Miller, and it will be airing in November. But other than that, if you want to catch up on this stream and other streams that you want to see that we've had going on, go ahead and follow us on YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment, interact with that stuff. Engagement is always helpful to us, especially if you can't afford shelling out anything for Patreon or subscriptions or anything like that. Then go ahead and hook us up with a subscribe. Follow us here on Twitch, all of that good stuff. If you want to hang out with us in the Discord and play video games like Dead by Daylight or Valheim or any other great games that are out that we like to play, or watch wrestling with us on a weekly basis, then go ahead and hit up our Discord server. There are links down below. There's a link in the chat. You can go ahead and hit all that stuff up right now. Now, coming up this week, tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be airing on a watch party Nightbreed, the director's cut. Nightbreed is a movie directed by Clive Barker. Clive Barker is one of my favorite authors. Nightbreed is very much a queer-coded kind of story. It's amazing special effects. David Cronenberg plays the bad guy. It should be a fun time. Past that, on Tuesday, we have more Comfortsicle with Leslie. On Wednesday, and that's going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have a Call of Cthulhu one-shot called Lake Pontchartrain, which is inspired by the song Lake Pontchartrain by the band Ludo. It's going to be have a wonderful cast with that. It's going to be a fantastic and fun time. And then Thursday, we have the premiere of Comfort County Snowfall. That's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then on top of that, on Friday, I'm going to be playing more Disco Elysium. And then Saturday, we have our Mischief Night fundraiser. So, as you all know, Carrying Comfort Studios, we've done a lot of charity like streams in the past. We've raised money for a lot of great groups, for some fantastic people, so they can get their top surgery. So, what's going to be starting this Saturday is an annual thing. So every Mischief Night, which is one of my favorite holidays, it is the night before Halloween, we are going to be doing a 24-hour stream that is going to be going into Halloween, where we are going to be doing a variety of things, like playing Dead by Daylight on stream. Leslie is going to be playing Resident Evil 7 and VR on stream. And we are going to be trying to raise money for us, Carrying Comfort Studios. And the way that we're going to be raising money is we have a certain number of incentives, including, but not limited to, me getting egged on stream, me getting toilet papered on stream, me having to get tricked or treat. Either you can pay money so that I have to get either a trick or a treat, which, let me tell you right now, the treats are delicious candy. The tricks is things like crickets, and mac and cheese candy, and an assortment of other gross things that I really do not want to eat. But you can make me eat them on camera to raise money for this stream. How do you raise money for this stream? Well, all you have to do is tip our pally, which is how we get paid. Me and the mods get paid. It's spread evenly amongst ourselves. Or you can contribute to the Patreon, you can gift subs, or you can donate bits. Also, during all the games played, like Resident Evil 7, or I'm going to be playing the game Blair Witch on stream at one point. We're going to be watching Night of the Living Dead. At any point, you can spend bits down below, and you will have a jump scare that will happen. There'll be a wide assortment of noises, like the Silent Hill siren, or screams, or just random scary noises. I've tested this. There's going to be a lot of noises on there that are going to scare the shit out of me. You know what's great? Seeing somebody get scared on camera. I'm willing to torture myself for close to 24 hours with my friends and compatriots on stream to raise money so that we can fund further projects like this. A lot of people don't realize, but running a Twitch stream is very, very expensive. Speaking of expensive, another way you can help support us is by hitting up one of our sponsors at the top corners here. You can see Dice Envy and Callow. If you hit !Callow, !Dice Envy, then it'll bring up a link to bring up to their respective websites. Callow is a vegan and plant-based supplement that is made by gamers for gamers. Think of it as an alternative to G Fuel, but it's not as expensive and it's way healthier for you too. But you can get things like Q Focus, which helps me focus when I'm making overlays like the one you're seeing now, or the title screen that you saw at the beginning, or Q Sleep, which helps me sleep when my body is just racked with anxiety and stress from having to make all these overlays or everything like that. Or you can get Q Energy that keeps you awake and keeps you going like that. And if you use the code word COMFORT, you get 10% off your order with Callow, as well as with Dice Envy. They have a wide assortment of dice and dice accessories. They have really, really great genres, flavors, whatever you want to call them, of dice. I'm a big fan of the Miami Dice. They are inspired by Miami Vice. I'm a big fan of Miami Vice, but they're neon Miami colors. I've got a pair of mine coming on the way. And if you use the code COMFORT at Dice Envy, you'll also get 10% off of your order with them, and you help us out. So go ahead and check out those. We are humble partners down below. Hit up all of our fantastic stuff here, and we have a great amount of streams coming up. Follow us on Twitch, on Twitter for all the updates of when stuff is coming up. Also, by the way, big shout out, earlier today during our fight scene, you heard the Phasing Octopus's music. It's something that he composed for a different show, Crack the Sky Alpha. The sequel to that is coming up soon, Mezzanine Alpha, and it's great stuff, and you can go check out his Bandcamp. Go to the Phasing Octopus Bandcamp or SoundCloud. Go buy EPs, albums, all that good stuff. Go support independent artists. Go support some very, very creative noise, electronic music that is just fantastic stuff, especially if you're a fan of Aphex Twin and other stuff like that. It's really good. But that's all for me. Follow me, follow all these wonderful people. Dave, do you want to say the magic words since you're running the game?
What are the magic words?
It's the slogan for the stream.
Comfort comes soon.
Yes, comfort comes soon. Have a good time, everybody.
Have a good.